foot lives in a pest hole, while my 2 normal daughters live in luxury. Is it my fault that this gold brick defective didn't get his check from me until last week? I ask you, that wheelchair leech is a liar. Liar! Embarrassed me in the Inquirer. I'd like to roll him. Roll him. Roll him into traffic. That worthless bandit's giving me aggravation. Well. Hello, King Regis.
Daddy, it's me, Daddy.
Oh, no. What do you want, you invertebrate?
I just want to talk.
You mean take more of my hard-earned money, a defective human soccer ball?
No, Daddy, wait. I love you.
Don't con me, love. You only love my bank account, you lame, good-for-nothing bum.
No.
You're as useless as a condom to the Pope.
No.
I'd like to roll him. Roll him. Roll him into traffic. Well. I love both of my daughters. At least they have all of their fingers and all of their toes. They're not defective. They're not lame. They're not gutless wonders. They're not goof-offs. They're not gold bricks. He should get a job in a diner and fend for himself and stop sucking off of me. I need lots of money to go to Malcolm Forbes' parties. You think it's easy being a celebrity? He drags himself down to welfare. If he's hit by a bus, I really don't care. Well, I'd like to roll him. Roll him into traffic. I'd like to roll him. Roll him into traffic. I'd like to roll him into traffic. Why don't you get a job?
Daddy, I have no legs. What can I do?
Well, have you ever thought of being a speed bump?
No.
Or third base?
No.
Or a fire hydrant?
Never.
Or how about a pinata? Why not a disco ball? Or a spare tire?
Hi, I'm Jean Benet, and I'm really angry that you detectives can't figure out a darn thing. Anyway, here's a guy that really knows how to solve a problem. Howard Stern.
Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Who's that, Luke Jean Benet?
Yes.
Yeah. We got to find that guy who killed her. Figure out what happened there. Hey, what a show today. Bill Shatner stopping by, the captain, the real captain of the Star Trek. Although the bald guy's pretty good, too. What's his name? Patrick, bald guy, Star Trek. Robin, you're a Jeopardy expert. What's his name? Patrick Stewart?
Patrick Stewart of the other New Generation?
Patrick Stewart. We have William Shatner coming in. And also, Dr. Trofadder.
Well, who's that?
He's an expert on sexually transmitted diseases.
Oh, wonderful.
We're going to find out why they can't
cure them?
Cure them, yeah. And also,
what else?
like how you get them. Because I'm not even clear.
You get them through sex, huh?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
All of a sudden, you have no question for the doctor.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, why can't they?
Tell us about all of the.
Why can't they find a cure for herpes? I mean, really?
Yeah, that's a simple one, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you get that? I mean, really? You have to have intercourse?
Warts. What's up with that?
And what is genital warts? And do you know that women who get genital warts usually get cervical cancer?
No, I didn't.
Really?
I know that you get more cancer in situations where you have these diseases.
Yep.
Really, man.
And we'll talk to a kid who just had sex with his 8th grade teacher.
What?
That's right.
This is not true. This is a TV show.
William Shatner, man, today.
Spock, sabotage the system.
Sabotage?
Spock, restore the atmosphere. Spock, sabotage the system. I wish I knew what to do. Observations, Mr. Spock.
Okay, we have line 193 again with sabotage, pronounced sabotage.
I don't say sabotage. You say sabotage. I say sabotage.
You gonna play that for him?
Yeah. I love that. He can't play these songs. He gets nuts. He doesn't like talking about these.
What's the problem?
Mr. Tambourine Man?
Mr. Tambourine Man?
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
Mr. Tambourine Man.
Back up to line 149 and 151. You read those again. Have fun with them. The void is starting to affect you. Your hail fellow well met.
Please don't tell me how to do it. It's sick of me.
That's the best.
Check it.
It sickens me.
Hey, let's give him a sentence with the word sabotage in it.
Oh, yeah, let's have him read things.
And see if he says sabotage.
Tangerine trees.
Could you have fun with that?
Oh, sabotage. Spock, don't sabotage.
Don't sabotage.
Mm.
A girl. Kaleidoscope
eyes. I love that. Anyway, William Shatner in today. That'll be fun.
Hi, I'm Natasha Henstridge. You know me from Species. Howard likes that movie because after I have sex with a guy, I kill him, which is exactly what Howard would need because if I banged him, it didn't kill him, his wife would. Here's
Baby.
Howard.
I think she has trouble saying her own name.
Yeah? What'd she say?
Like Natasha Henstridge.
And not the moment you're ready for.
I think Howard Stern is brilliant.
But a word of caution. Some of the language is plenty rough. It's crude and it's brutal. But there's simply no way to edit out certain words and descriptions and still preserve the true impact of the program.
Hey, Ed.
Yes?
Howard Stern says you're a fat pig. Is that true?
No. That's what he thinks about himself.
Well, you're a fat pig.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently that's not Jim Carrey.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm Donny Osmond of the famous Osmond. And now, from high atop the Howard Stern building on the Stolen Vehicle Police Recovery Network, the man more feminine than my sister, ladies and gentlemen, Howard Stern.
Donny Osmond's wife doesn't give him oral sex.
He doesn't ask for it.
No, he won't ask for it. What's with that guy?
Don't blame her.
Hey, man. Hey, this is Hot 97 or something. Hey, now. In the house, baby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And one. And two. And one. And two. That's my exercise thing.
Yeah.
And one. And two. I watch those shows religiously. And one. And two.
Why
and
are they
one.
always on the beach in Hawaii on ESPN2?
Because most of those people are freeloaders, just like that guy who died out there on Long Island. You read about him?
Yes. Mr. Surfing the Himalayas or something?
You know what that guy did right in life? He did everything wrong. There's this guy who died. It's on the front page of the New York papers this morning. He's out on Long Island. He had like a guru business.
Right, and they ran him out of that, but then he started writing books about it.
Yeah, he's like a regular white guy, and he was into Sri Trim Noi out in the 70s, you know? And he started to become his own guru.
Right, all of a sudden he was the guru.
Yeah. And he had like about 250, at the most 800 followers at his heyday.
Yeah.
And like he had a whole bunch of people doing junk for him, and he banged the girls and everything. But then he ran into trouble. I think one of the girls died.
I don't remember exactly why they brought down his little organization.
What was the guy's name?
Frederick Lenz.
Yeah, that's
Frederick Lenz. And he wrote a book, Surfing
the Himalayas.
Yeah, Surfing the Himalayas. And so he had this whole bunch of followers and stuff. He was out on Long Island, and the guy died. They say he might have been on drugs.
He died in some water off the estate.
And he has a $2 million estate, and he finished banging some chick.
He was babbling incoherently, and that's why they think there were drugs involved.
Yeah. And the chick was hot, and he was having a great time. And you know what? He didn't have to go to a regular job. He wrote a book every once in a while.
He ran around and, did guru stuff.
Please, Robin. That's what we should be doing. We got enough dopey followers.
Why not do some guru stuff?
This is Guru Sri Tim Howie.
All right, all of a sudden, you've decided that this is a religion.
Yeah. Hey, Jackie will follow. You pay him enough.
Where do we go?
Yeah, it's a trail of money you have to leave for him.
Well, if it's pot involved, I'll be there.
Of course. Take
Yeah.
a higher plane.
So anyway, that's like, he's doing everything right. What are we doing? Nothing.
They estimated his annual income at about $5 million for doing nothing.
It's nice money for doing nothing.
He wasn't getting up at 5 o'clock, I'll tell you that.
How did he, at $5 million, though, how did he get, how did he get the $5 million? Did people go out and beg for him, like the Moonies?
Well, he got accused of brainwashing, so.
Hey, you know what's weird? I want to bring this up as long as I said Moonies. The Washington Times, isn't it still owned by the Moonies?
As far as I know, they started it.
Yeah, they
sold it.
They ran a negative article about me, how I'm bringing down morality in society, and how, I'm the reason that TV standards are going to go to an all-time low. Because I was joking about it at the press conference.
They took you seriously.
Yeah. I just want to say, that's a Mooney newspaper, okay? Enough said. The Moonies own it. All right? Talk about mind control. That's what's ruining this world. Taking a bunch of people, nameless, faceless people, and making them go beg in airports so that the Moonies...
Don't they sell those little flowers? Remember you always used to see people selling little roses.
Those guys have infiltrated out to Long Island. I see a guy out on Long Island doing it. Right by my house.
On the side of the road.
Yeah. Sells flowers every day.
Clockwork.
Yeah. Clockwork. They're out there day in and day out. Man, that to me is demoralizing. Taking a guy's money, a couple of shekels he makes from selling flowers on the side of the road. I don't know.
They really look like they're in a trance, too, don't they?
Taking advantage of people who are down and out. That's all. That's all that is. Moonies.
Yeah, and then getting yourself a bunch of money and buying newspapers.
Yeah, like Reverend Sun Young Moon could be God. Yeah, okay. Yeah, God's Korean. Sure.
God needs a newspaper to talk to you.
Yeah, God needs a newspaper. So he can have his opinions heard.
That's right.
Yeah. And every reporter who works there knows it's a joke. Dude, keep writing negativity about me. I'll keep reminding everybody who you work for. The guy who wrote it was Cal Thomas. I think that was his name. Was that his name? Cal Thomas, black guy. Really? Maybe not a black guy. Maybe it's just a dark picture.
I have no idea. It was a Xerox.
Was it? Yeah, I can't tell.
We were dealing with.
Hey, anyway, here's the most amazing thing I read in the newspaper this morning. This really blows my mind. It says Matt Lauer, the guy who hosts the Today Show.
Yes.
Matt Lauer was up way past his bedtime at Raoul's, where he cozied up to his date till 1:30 in the morning. Could that be a weekday? Could that be a weekday?
Well, they wouldn't write it that way if he wasn't out on a school night.
1:30 in the morning.
And then he goes and does that show?
Yeah. I'm glad he's losing his hair.
And where is Raoul's, anyway?
Yeah, what is Raoul's? Why don't I have a date, and why am I not there? Damn.
Why aren't you cozying up?
Yeah. I was being dad of the year last. My daughter had 5 teeth pulled all at once.
Oh, she had it yesterday?
Yeah, because she had all the braces. She has to get the braces and the whole thing for her teeth.
Are in and everything?
Yeah. So, I felt bad for her because she had this operation and stuff. I went home, took care of her. Made her some food. She had to eat liquid food. I made her a nice drink.
Oh, aren't you?
Yeah, I was good. I was a great dad. She even said, man, you're a great dad. But I said, man, I wish I was at Raoul's. Damn. Give me Raoul's, baby.
You are making liquid drinks for your daughter, and Matt Lauer's at Raoul's cozying up.
You want to know something, man? There's a certain beauty to being a family man.
Is there?
Every once in a while I can get into it. My kids are good kids, yeah. I don't mind doing it. More dads should do that.
Your kids weren't good kids.
Oh. I mean, if they were like Jackie?
Yeah, if you had a reprobate.
Yeah. Give me more. Yeah. I was dad of the year. Every few months. I get into it.
It's easy to be dad to good kids.
Yeah.
That's you shouldn't give yourself a medal for that.
Hey, listen to this. I got a letter. You know the movie Air Bud?
Yeah, a long time ago there was this dog.
Well, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
David Letterman show, stupid pet tricks.
Right.
Guy goes on. His dog can get baskets, make baskets through a hoop. Okay. People see him on TV. They make a movie called Air Bud using that dog.
Yeah.
Okay? Dog becomes a big movie star. Guy cashes in.
Made a lot of money, right?
Made a lot of money. What happens? Dog gets cancer of the leg. They remove the leg. The dog still can get the basket through the hoop.
He can still make baskets. Do they do another movie?
No, the movie career is washed up, but at least the dog can. Okay. What does the guy do who owns the dog? What do you do?
I don't know.
He gets as many dogs pregnant as possible.
With this dog?
With Air Bud semen.
Oh, you're kidding.
Because they figure, well, maybe it's genetic.
Oh, stop.
You know what I mean? I've been training a gerbil to do karate for the last 6 years. The damn thing died. All right. So Air Bud goes ahead and dies.
Yes, the cancer gets it.
But they impregnate some dogs.
So, wait a minute. Air Bud dies before his litters are...
Well, Air Bud's puppies now live, and what does the guy do who owns Air Bud?
He tries to train them to make baskets.
Yeah, and he heard that I was looking for a dog, and he said, I'm willing to give you one of Air Bud's puppies.
You're kidding. Maybe you have the dog.
Yeah, but that, you know what? That's a golden retriever. I'm not interested. It doesn't match the colors of my house.
Oh, jeez.
End of story.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, end of story. I want a black lab. Give me a black lab that can shoot hoops.
A black lab fits into the decor.
Yeah. I like the way they look. And I'm not going to, like, the animal shelter. I'm going to go to a breeder.
You think that's better?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Get yourself a purebred dog who die quickly.
Yeah.
And get lots of diseases.
Yeah, who cares? No, they know how to breed them.
Oh, sure they do.
You think? You don't think they do?
Pure breeds last a lot less long.
Really? Well, who needs them to last that long?
Well, how long do you want it?
I mean, like 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
You probably can make that. Might be a little sick toward the end.
Yeah, so I'll have them killed.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's what you do, don't you?
Oh, did you hear what happened at the circus?
Yeah, guy lit himself on fire. I missed it.
I said, why am I never at those performances?
Yeah, my kids just went to the circus. They didn't see anything cool. They were like, yeah, it was pretty good, but, you know, nothing really happened.
Yeah,
that's what you're there hoping for.
Right.
Was an acrobat doing something that was called the visit to the equator or something. And his costume.
Well, they're like Ecuadorians or something?
I don't know where they're from. You know,
isn't that what you call people from the equator? You call people who live underground mole people. People live near the equator Ecuadorians.
I don't know. People who are Ecuadorians are from Ecuador, aren't they?
Who knows? Hey, anyway, the guy lit himself on fire.
Yeah, and he was running. Nobody taught him to stop, drop, and roll.
No.
Because he was running around, patting himself, trying to put the flames out, and it just got worse and worse and worse.
He was fanning the fire.
Yeah.
He was wearing a grass skirt.
And then he finally fell down because, you know, the flames were just roaring, and they came out and poured cold water on him.
Meanwhile, yesterday, Yankee Stadium here in New York, was falling down onto the seats.
Yeah, you know, everything's falling down here.
Yep. So Yankees couldn't play their game at Yankee Stadium. They're going to play it at Shea Stadium?
Well, they canceled that game, and they are now fixing it, and the inspectors are in there. They're hoping that maybe they can play there, but if not, they'll play at Shea.
And you want to see how stupid people are? They're tons of people. I haven't heard this from one person, but tons of people are saying it's a conspiracy by George Steinbrenner to get him out of Yankee Stadium.
Yes.
That he planned it. I mean, you know.
Well, it did fall in a place where no one was sitting.
Mm-hmm. Are you one of those conspiracy types? Or what? Who knows? Anyway, John, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, Howard.
Yeah, Bill Shatner coming in, by the way, today.
Did you see Norm Macdonald on Larry King Saturday night?
I was watching it a little bit. I had the satellite cranked up, and, Norm Macdonald and David Spade were on.
Yeah, he
but
did.
Separately.
On Larry King.
And you know what? I got to say, I love Norm and everything, and he did our press conference, but he was doing my Larry King bit where I do the non sequiturs that I did on my Channel 9 show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets in the makeup and everything, and I said, you know what? I can't do that bit anymore because they're going to think I stole it from Norm.
Right, yeah. He's got the cat on it now practically.
Yeah.
You know, he mentioned you near the end, though.
What did he say?
Well,
Thank you for the bit.
Yeah, he thanked me for the material.
The Stern thing, and he said, I don't know yet. And Larry, kind of pressed him. He said, well, you did the press conference for Howard, right? And he said, yeah, but that, he asked me to do that the day before, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do the show. But he, so I don't know what's going to happen, but he,
Yeah, I mean, Norm would be a guest on our show. You know what I mean? It's like, the Saturday night show is going to be stuff from the radio from the week,
right.
And we're going to be doing some cartooning and animation.
Yeah.
In fact, Mike Judge just sent over an animator that he thought was real good for the show, yeah.
Is there any chance you can get the guy from Saturday Night? Is he hooked up with them permanently?
Who, Norm?
No, the guy that does Saturday Night, the animation.
Oh, Smeagol? I would hire him in a minute, man. He's cool.
Great.
That guy's a brilliant guy.
He's the only thing on there that's funny anymore now.
Yeah. That's the only thing Saturday Night Live's got. And you know what? Their sketches are okay for the first 30 seconds, and then they suck.
Yeah, they don't have the writing's just really weak.
Yeah. I don't know what that's all about.
There's no end.
I mean, do you know what their budget is? $1 million a week. You can't hire some writers to come up with something funny?
Yeah, you would think because, But, yeah, the way King was saying, he was hoping that you were going to hire him to do the same thing he did on Saturday night. Come on and do 10 minutes, weekend.
I got news for you. I wouldn't mind that. But you know what? We have so much material of our own.
Yeah,
I don't know how we'd squeeze that in.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, I think.
Yeah, but I would do something with Norm because I just think Norm's great.
Yeah. All right. Well,
okay, man. Later. Yeah. Norm's cool. We dig him. He's funny. I can't believe they got rid of the one funny guy they had.
Well, it was making the rest of the show look bad.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You might be onto something there.
You can't have one funny thing in a show that's not funny.
I never thought of that. Hey, Carlos, you're on the air.
Okay.
What's up? What's up? In the house. Yo, yo, yo. Keep it real.
What are you doing?
What do you want?
On the Stern or what?
Yes, this is Stern.
What are you guys doing? Hey.
You suck.
Can I have sex with your wife or what?
What do you say?
Can you have sex with your wife? Of course.
Can I what?
Yeah. But, you know...
I had sex with my wife on Saturday.
Oh.
What?
Beep it. Oh, dear.
Beep what? Who can understand him?
I didn't understand him until I thought back about it.
I don't even know what he said. I don't see you beep something unless you understand it. You know?
Got to understand it first.
If anything we don't understand, we got to beep? What is this, a third world country? I'll tell you what, I'll let you have sex with my wife if I can have sex with you afterward.
Cool.
All right. What a dick. Yeah, Dr. Flores is on the phone.
Your wife said she really needed sex on Saturday?
Yeah, I gave it to her Saturday night. She said she needed it.
Oh.
Because we only have sex like once a week. And, you know, I'm a very virile, kind of sexy guy. I like to have sex, but I don't know.
Oh, don't tell me that, because she offers and you turn it down.
Yeah, but I mean, same person.
Oh, yeah.
But she's, you know, it was fun. We had a good time. Once we get into it, we're wild. Well, not wild, but we do it. Yeah. Hi.
Howard?
Yep.
Hi, this is Dr. Flores. I went to Cornell. I'm a veterinarian.
That's good.
A veterinarian?
Yeah. I heard you talking about getting a dog yesterday and how, you know, you're not going to have anything to do with it.
Right.
You always mention how your wife is never around.
Right.
And the kids want the dog, which is going to last, week, 2 weeks before they get fed up with it?
Maybe, if we're lucky.
Right. But you're talking about an animal that's going to live 10, 12, 14 years.
Well, that's why I want to get a full breed, because it won't last that long. No, you know what it is? But we have a yard, and we can let the dog out, and the housekeeper's really into it.
How do you know she's into it?
She said
Howard, what this boils down to is whoever is going to get stuck caring for this dog in the long term better really want that dog, because you know that you and the kids are going to get sick of the thing running around the house and jumping on you and all that.
Yeah, I don't even want it.
Your housekeeper has days off.
Yeah, she's only there like 4 days a week.
What the hell happens then?
Well, we have a different housekeeper.
She's going to take care of it?
Yeah.
You guys are going to blame the dog for being stupid and jumping on you, but it's not the dog's fault that it didn't get trained.
No, it's going to be trained. We're going to bring a trainer in like 2 days a week to groom it and train it.
You got to work with them every day when they're young.
Oh, really?
It just doesn't sink in.
See, that's what, you know, Doc, that's what I was saying to my wife. I said, you're never home.
I told you, send the dog to school. It'll be an away dog.
Why get the dog if you're going to send it away?
Because my kids are just, you know what it is? It seems like we should have a dog.
Howard, if they don't get the dog, they're going to be mad at you for a week or 2 weeks, and they're going to move on to something else. And if they do get the dog, they're going to get bored with the novelty in a week.
This guy's right. I know he's right, and we're still going to get the dog.
You need a dog for pictures. You should have a dog come in and have some pictures taken.
No, you know what it is? Sometimes, like, I come home and I look at the yard and I go, this yard needs a dog.
But that's what I'm saying. You need a picture.
Yeah.
Get a cardboard
Doc, I agree with you 100%.
It's going to be bad for the
We
dog.
know it's going to be a disaster.
If you want a black lab, also, very big, very active dogs.
Yeah.
A handful, right?
Potentially a handful. There are some nice ones out there, but a lot of them are really hyper.
You see?
And there are some medical problems with that breed, and I can tell you what to look for.
Go ahead. What are the medical problems?
Hip dysplasia.
What's that? I got that.
The hip joints are too loose, and there's the bone.
But maybe I'll get into the dog. Maybe like Robin, when I'm done working and stuff, I'll go home and...
Howard, you're going to go hide in your basement and talk to strippers.
You already told me you don't even like dogs.
I don't. I'm afraid of them. I think they carry germs.
Don't worry about the germs. Believe me, dogs, if you get the right vaccines, there's not much anything the dog's going to do to you except maybe bite you, which if the dog's biting you, you got a whole other set of problems.
Well, if the dog's biting me, I mean, he's going to die.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest.
Well, you run that risk, too.
Black lab, any purebred, but especially big purebred dogs, hip dysplasia, and with lab, there's something called a surf exam, CERF, not surf like surfing the waves.
Yeah.
To check the eyes, they have some retinal problems that develop when they're later in life.
See, and if I have a dog with retinal problems, I'll think it's contagious and I'll kill it.
No,
right, all of a sudden your eyesight will go.
Yeah. You want to look at the parents of this dog, assuming you're going to consider getting.
Yeah, we're going to go visit the mother in a couple of days.
Listen to this.
What do you want?
Surrogate baby you have.
This is what my wife told me I got to do.
Check the hips on the parents. If the hips have been.
Well, what should I do? Mount the dog? How am I going to check the hips?
No,
now, supposedly, my wife says this breeder is like the greatest breeder.
Sure, they're all the
greatest.
greatest.
Something wrong with the puppy that you bought.
Mm-hmm.
hips have been either OFA'd, which is a certification of how the hips rate, and you're looking for an excellent OFA rating on the parent's hips, or...
If the dog's got bad hips, can you kill it? Or do you have to keep it like an old person?
You got to put it in one of those little things and it drags itself around. You know,
it depends how bad. And let's face it, you could afford to go get surgery on the dog.
Oh, surgery? As a puppy?
Expensive
proposition. But that's a judgment call.
You know what, man? I'm not going to do it.
Howard, man,
Don't
I used to
get the
work
dog.
for a cattle supply place. Dogs with hip displacement, it is such a huge amount of money. Such a pain in the ass.
I'll just return it to the breeder office, so you know they're going to take the goddamn dog back.
There's some of the breeders will do a guarantee that if there's a problem, they will pay for it, or they'll take the dog back and give you another puppy, or they'll let you...
You're damn right they'll give me another puppy.
These breeders stay in business.
Oh, please. No, most people, they can get away with it. But me, they ain't getting away with nothing. I better get a perfect dog.
Yes, but you know what? When you're not willing to do this for your dog, you don't love your dog. And you don't need your dog.
I don't love it.
Howard.
By the way...
I got trouble loving the people in my life, let alone dogs.
Hey, Howard, by the way, do you have any idea how active those dogs are?
No.
No idea about it.
I'm going to put it in a cage.
I mean, I know you have a big backyard.
Yeah.
But it still needs somebody to play with.
Yeah,
Very active dog.
Well, you'll come over and play with it. I'll pay you.
Not a house dog.
How much I pay you? You should be over there.
I'm getting a dog too soon.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a Vizsla.
A what?
What's that?
Vizsla.
Was that one of them Park Avenue homosexual
No,
It
dogs?
actually looks a lot like it's actually sort of a
Is
cousin.
that like one of Fred's dogs?
No,
Looks like a cat.
They're a Hungarian pointing breed. They're very active, too.
Yeah, they're very active.
Really?
Are they big or little?
Littler
They're
than
about
labs.
60, 70 pounds.
Do they have big teeth?
No, they don't. No, they're like labs, but about 2/3 of the size.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, why are you getting this
they're
big
like a pointer.
husky dog?
That's not husky. It's just like a big dog. Because I don't want.
Getting a big dog.
Because I don't want a little dog.
I'm telling you,
It's
do
sort of
yourself
solid.
and the dog a favor and don't
stay
do
away
it.
from each other.
Don't get it?
Don't do it. And talk to your wife, and if you have to, talk to your kids and explain to them that, you know, it's going to be...
I wish I could get my wife on the phone.
With
It's
this
going to be their
guy.
new thing for 2 weeks, and it's going to be... The dog's...
That's what I said. Doc, I'm saying the same thing. I told the kids that. I said, you guys are never going to walk this thing.
Right. It's going to be...
I'm going to have to
the
feed
poor
it.
dog's romping in the backyard all
Right.
alone.
Why don't you do this as a substitute?
You know what I'll do? If I hate the dog, I'll leave it out at night and let it get eaten by raccoons.
Oh.
I know a neighbor of mine, his dog left him out at night, got eaten by raccoons. They ate out his whole stomach.
But buy a dog that your housekeeper really likes and have her bring it by a few days a week so that you guys can visit
That's
the
right.
dog.
She'll have to take the dog with her.
I know. I even had a friend come over once with a dog. I hated it after 15 minutes.
You know, when I was in
But I was
college...
thinking maybe it's like kids. I always hate other people's kids. But I like
Think you
mine.
like your own dog. It's still not
Especially
your
if they're
dog,
not well
Howard. You didn't
behaved.
have it.
Right. It's not your... When I was in college, Howard, we made this documentary for the ASPCA about people who buy dogs, and then they don't like them, so they take them to Fire Island and leave them there.
Oh.
That's nice.
Well, they say I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, dogs aren't disposable. You shouldn't be getting into it if you're not...
Oh, I know. Don't worry. If I get it, I'll keep it.
See, you carry on with me about my horses, but at least I care about them.
No, you just pay someone to care about
No,
them.
I took care of Blaze every day while he lived in the city.
And where does he live now?
He lives in the country.
Yeah.
Tired of the whole thing quickly.
What is it? What?
Do you want me to get your wife on the phone?
Yeah, but if we wake her up, man, she'll kill me. Because the kids are on vacation.
Oh, all right.
She'll bite you.
I wish you could call her. You want to call her? You wake her.
Yeah, what about if this dog is
Don't wake her.
whimpering in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Waking people up and needing care.
Won't wake me. I have a sound machine in my room. That's my wife's headache.
I bet you he gets past that sound machine.
Especially a puppy.
And you know how you get.
I will not take care of the dog.
I had a dog and it was an epileptic and would go into seizures.
What'd you do with that? You killed it?
We had to.
Good.
It was having seizures.
Yeah, but that's what I would do.
And peeing all over the place and frothing at the mouth. And he was a purebred golden retriever.
Yeah, that's a breed that's a little bit more known than most for epilepsy. You got a plan going in as to what you're getting into. People don't think about
What
it.
kind of doctor are you for animals?
He's making it up.
No, he's not.
No, he ain't.
Howard, I went to Cornell Vet School. I graduated in 94. I used to listen to you on 95.1 out of Rochester. Got back to Connecticut. Couldn't listen until you got on in Hartford.
Right.
I'm a veterinarian.
Dude, you're making total sense. You're saying everything I said.
Why don't you talk to a vet?
Why don't you talk to my wife?
People put more time buying a car or buying a stereo than they do into buying a dog. And the dog's going to last way
Well,
longer
wait, we've been thinking about the dog now for 20 years.
Yeah, but you still haven't made a wise decision about it yet. You keep saying we ought to get one.
You get emotional,
You know, another thing, if there's something wrong with the dog, you got to trade it in before the kids are attached to it.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll slip it out of there. That's what I did the last time.
Are you going to get a look-alike? Howard, the dog's going to be dooting all over the yard.
Really? I don't mind the doot in the yard because I don't go in the yard.
Who's going to pick it up?
Why do you have to pick it up? It's my yard. Let it go.
Because you're going to walk
You're going to go out there, aren't you?
No.
Oh, you.
I don't go out.
What about the gerbil? Remember the gerbil who
That's
sat
what
on
I said to the kids. That's what I said to the kids. I said, you ignored the gerbil. They're like, they can't do anything with a gerbil.
Yeah, watch this when they get a dog, and the dog needs more care.
And how about
the
fleas?
dog can't take care of them.
What about fleas?
Oh, fleas are the worst.
They go outside
Here's the best.
Right, go ahead.
I worked in the kennel supply place. Okay, so the dog gets fleas, right?
Yeah.
Now the fleas are in your house.
Yeah.
You and your family have to move out.
No, you don't.
Or you have to be at a house all day.
So you can
and
set
you
off
have to set flea
bombs
bombs in every room.
Howard, no, you don't. There are
I've had dogs. You don't have to do
There
all
are
that.
new once-a-month flea products that you put on the dog once a month.
But what if the dog gets
Who's
fleas?
going to put it on once a month?
No, but what if the dog gets fleas?
Well, I'm going to get a guy who comes in and just does everything. Cleans the dog.
But Doc, just take it one step. What if by some bizarre incident the dog gets fleas? Then what does Howard have to do?
You put the dog. I don't want to name names in case I get in trouble, but there are two very good once-a-month flea products.
Why would you get in trouble?
Wait, but what happens if there's fleas in the house? What does he have to do?
You put this stuff on the dog.
What's the stuff?
It's called. There's two different products.
You got to rub it into him?
What?
You got to rub it in him?
No, you just squirt this little tube on the back of the dog once a month.
We used to do that, and Howard, I used to do my homework, and fleas would be jumping on the homework.
That was before this stuff came out.
Maybe I haven't worked in a long time. Maybe there's something new, but you used to have to set up these bombs in your house.
So why are you getting a dog?
Because I have the patience to take care of it.
On the dog, the fleas are dead within.
No, you know what you have, Baba Booey? You have a job where I do everything, so you can go home and take care of dogs.
Yeah, he will actually play with his dog.
Yeah, he'll have plenty of time. They'll sit there like a robot instead of doing your work.
What time do you leave every day?
And what do I do when I go home? I sit and write on this stupid...
Yeah, you haven't seen anything on the computer in months.
2 years, 10 months, we're going to see what you do. We'll see if you have time to play with anybody. You're going to have a construction job. 2 years, 10 months, Baba Booey. Trust me. The party is over.
Everybody will have time for a dog.
How old are you going to be in 2 years and 10 months?
I'll think about that. I'll be 39.
39, out of work. I can't wait to see.
I wish I'll be out.
You are my experiment. I'm going to call you every day. I'm going to go like this.
I can't wait to hang up the phone. I can't wait for 3 years and 10 months.
You should call and go, arf, 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 arf.
How's your dog?
Howard, I can't
Any time to play with it?
I can't wait for 3 years and 10 months.
What is that?
When you're sitting in that cave and nobody's interested in you anymore.
Ooh.
Okay. Wait till you have to scramble for work.
Yeah, we'll see.
2 years, 10 months.
Howard Stern, goddammit.
2 years, 10 months. 2 years, 10 months. We'll see what you're doing.
Don't worry about me, because I don't worry about me.
I'm not worried about you at all.
How did we get to this? We're talking about a dog.
Is he going to sit there and play with a dog? He goes, I have time to play with a dog. I got time to do everything.
I didn't say I had time. I said I had the patience. You have no patience.
Okay.
Patience.
I have no patience because I have work to do.
Patience and time.
I've got a mission in life. You don't.
Patience and time.
Your mission in life is your teeth.
Oh.
That's your life.
You discard things. You can't stand anything.
You I can't stand, and I will discard you in 2 years and 10 months.
You don't have patience for anything.
2 years, 10 months. 2 years, 10 months. 2 years, 10 months.
2 minutes, 10 seconds. How long that dog lasts?
2 years, 10 months.
2 minutes, 10 seconds.
That's your mantra. 2 years, 10 months.
What do I do next month? Then what's my mantra?
2 years, 9 months.
Okay, good.
You're much more trouble than a pet. If I could take care of you, I could take care of a dog.
Yeah, but Gary takes himself to the bathroom.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, Doc, you're right. I know it.
So try to explain things or just put your foot down and say, I ain't doing it.
Now, he's as wacky about this as the kids are.
Yeah.
He thinks it would be nice, too, in theory.
Yeah.
Howard.
Even my mom says, why do you want a dog in the house?
Howard, I got to be honest. You want to get a dog, right?
Yeah.
But
you wonder why his dog was epileptic, you know?
Dude, your stutter is worse than ever.
It skills, it comes and goes, but I'm a little nervous.
All right, go ahead.
Howard, dog.
Get one now because it's just too much work.
I can't hear you, John.
What's wrong with him?
Well, Fred is...
What do you want? I stutter. What do you mean what's going on with me?
What do you want?
Dogs are great, but you got to remember that going through that...
You decided not to get one.
Let the guy... You was going to talk on top of him?
I started. He's talking over me.
I can't hear the doctor and I can't hear you.
I can't see that you're stuttering.
I'm sorry, Doc. What'd you say?
You want a dog, and a lot of people want a dog, and dogs are great. But you have to remember that going through that first year or so is a puppy, and a puppy is way different than a dog.
You forget something. I'm going to hire a guy to go through the first year.
The guy's not going to be there all day.
He'll be there 2
See, Howard,
days
from
a
past
week.
experience, I'm telling you,
Howard.
I won't get one because I know
how much work it is.
It's so much work.
Really?
It really is.
My dog.
And they are babies that never grow up.
Really?
Yeah. My dog's pushing 7, and he's great. But when he was young, he was a royal pain in the butt.
Why don't I get an older dog?
What's that?
Ask Freddie. Freddie, how many times do you have to walk the dog a day? I mean,
You have to walk it 3 times a day.
My dog now.
Yeah, but Freddie lives in an apartment.
Three, city.
You just let it out the back door.
Hold it in.
Oh, that's
Yeah, right? I can just let it out.
Right, but somebody's got to clean up the mess. You don't want, Howard, you don't want landmines 3 times a day, 7 days a week. In a week, that's 21 landmines.
Yeah, but what I'll do is maybe I'll fence off a pen where he can go crap.
No.
Why not? No.
So he goes in there and craps all the time?
Yeah.
I'd love to be there the first time you step in.
You've got a waste site on your property.
Then he hires the guy. No,
the gardener comes in once a week and cleans up.
You hire a guy to clean
That's all.
the pen.
You guys are not efficient.
A male dog?
Female, no males. I don't want to see those balls hanging
Yeah,
out.
we've already had the balls discussion.
No, it's plus they do a lot of nasty
You realize by the time this is done, you're going to hire a guy to walk the dog, a guy to clean the yard, a guy to fill the bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't you just hire the 6 more people and leave the dog out of it?
Why not hire a guy and put him in a dog costume?
There you go.
Is the doctor saying
That's what Gary can do in 2 years and 10 months.
That's right.
No, the doctor's being realistic.
But is the doctor saying that people in general shouldn't get dogs?
No.
Or
He's saying you have to be highly motivated.
He's saying you shouldn't get a dog.
He's saying it's like a kid. You got to be really motivated.
Plus, you got to remember, this is going to be part of your life for 10 to 14 years, probably.
And again, the dog doesn't get better. He doesn't get 18 and go off to college.
And Howard, can I ask one question? How about the cat?
They tell me the cat can live with the dog.
The cat will be freaking out.
It depends. You've got cats in the house already?
Yeah.
Cat,
I don't know how they're going to adjust.
They're not going to adjust to a
They're not, Doc?
Oh, they adjust.
Because the cat already claimed all its territory.
No, they adjust. You guys
It's a grown cat.
A playful puppy getting in the cat's face may not go over so well.
Well, the cat has no claws, so.
That's
won't do anything.
He'll be fodder for the dog. The dog will be kicking it around.
Yeah.
I just declawed our cat, and if we got a dog, forget it. The dog could kill it.
It depends on the dog.
And here's another thing, Howard. I met a woman the other day. She's got a Whippet. That's another breed of dog. She's had it for 8 years. Since the day she got the dog has a bladder problem.
Yeah.
It's just that's what happened.
Practically all these dogs now are on Prozac.
8 years old.
Is that right?
The dog's still not.
Doc, is that true the dogs are on Prozac?
Yes.
There are some people trying it for certain problems.
Well, that's insane.
Plus, you have to test all your relatives to make sure nobody's allergic to the dog.
Oh, I don't care about my relatives. Let's hope they're allergic.
Let's talk about your kids.
Right.
My kids are fine. They don't have any allergies.
What would you do if your housekeeper was allergic?
Dog have to go.
The dog would have to go. Yeah, I mean, we'll test it out.
Allison can sneeze, but that housekeeper says.
Yeah. Oh, I need the housekeeper.
Some things are expendable.
All right, Doc, you're right. I'm going to go home and talk about it.
Oh, it was a bad month when Jackie was gone. I'm glad he's back.
Oh, yeah. We're all happy now.
We were all sad.
I got trained.
Thank you.
He's got a weak bladder, too.
He's in his pen now.
Thank you, Doctor. Guy's right. I know he's right.
Now, who's Howard? Howard, how are you, Howard?
I'm doing okay.
Good. What's new and exciting?
I want to talk about my family.
That's good.
Well, my uncle just moved in with us, and I think he wants me sexually.
You hit it right on the head.
Uncle Ben, what do you want?
I want Baby to discussing sex.
With me?
And the Roosevelt football team. Okay. But you know something? I'm not 100% sure that was an honest-to-God question. But we can certainly take those questions up. It's not a problem.
Hi, this is Scotty Pace from the E Crew. Hi, this is Scotty Pace. I direct the E Show for Howard, and that's a good idea. Hi, this is Scotty Pace. I'm the director of the Stern Show on E, and let me try that again. I'm not good at this, man. Hi, I'm Scotty Pace. I direct the E Show for Howard. No, that's not. Hi, this is Scotty Pace. I'm the director of the Stern Show on Howard on E. Hi, this is Scotty Pace. I'm the director of the Howard Stern Show on E. It's my job to direct the E Crew and select the shots which tell the story what happens in the studio.
Way to read. William Shatner will be here in a half hour. Didn't he get married again or something, like for the 5th time?
Yeah, remember the last time he was here, the wedding had been called off, and now they are married.
He's wild.
Mr. Tambourine Man.
One of the great songs of William Shatner.
Does he still record?
You know what it is? Every actor wants to be a singer.
Yeah, every singer wants to be an actor.
But he really can't sing.
No, and he knew it, so he talked.
He talked. He did an interpretive read. Well, these people could sing.
I'm not sleepy. There is no place I'm going to.
It's the Tambourine Man!
What was that about?
He's not sleepy.
What was he going for?
149 and 151. You read those again. Have fun with them. The void is starting to affect you. Your hail fellow well met.
Oh. Please don't tell me how to do it. It's sickening.
Sickening.
Check him. Spock, sabotage the system. Spock, restore the atmosphere. Spock, sabotage the system. I wish I knew what to do. Observations, Mr. Spock.
Okay, we have line 193 again with sabotage and our sabotage.
I don't say sabotage. You say sabotage. I say sabotage.
It's the Tambourine Man!
Let's just get the sabotage and put it on a big sign and say, how do you say this word?
Yeah. How do you say this? Sabotage or sabotage? What's the deal? What the dealio? He's a pisser. Yeah, he got married again, young Chippy. Girl.
A girl.
I can't even do it. A girl.
Yellow and
Green. Towering over your head. I got to talk a song. Hey, speaking of songs, before we get to you, Baba Booey.
What's Baba Booey up to?
Yeah, I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
So, you know, me, Fred, and John were here playing the instruments we have now. We now have full musical instruments brought to us by who?
Freddie knows.
Who is the person who oversees?
Zap. Yes, Z-A-P-F. However.
Zap?
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 Zap.
In Philadelphia.
In Philly.
They gave us the instruments?
Yeah.
We got these great instruments from Zap.
And it's beautiful because they haven't been played since.
Yeah. Exactly. Ever since we got them, we've never played them. Anyway, we got all these musical instruments. So me, Fred, and John were jamming on them. And we wrote a song. Then John brought in his producer.
Right.
But I don't know if I like this version of it. You want to hear?
Let me hear. Now, what happened? Did John help to produce this, or did the producer just have his own vision?
Yeah, bring in the producer. What's this guy's name?
Randy.
Randy. Hey, Randy, come on in. Randy's some kind of big deal, John
Randy
says.
is afraid to come into the studio.
Come on in, Randy.
Randy's got some pretty heavy credits.
What'd you do, Randy? What kind of credits? You work with John, but who else?
I played on a lot of records.
You look like a record producer. You look homeless. To be honest with you.
He's played on Aerosmith records and
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
He won't even tell you what he's done.
Pips.
Yeah, so anyway, we recorded this song, and then Randy mixed it up and did a whole bunch of stuff to it.
But the most fascinating thing to me about Randy is that he just got out of rehab.
Did he really? Did you, Randy?
Right, Randy?
Yeah, he just got a 60-day chip.
Wait, you mean all those times I knew you were loaded?
Absolutely.
Wow. I've known Randy for like 3 years.
I think you should have been drunk when you mixed this.
Yeah, but he's not loaded now. He's the guy that used to get, like, you know.
But he's in the record industry, of course.
Whenever you need, you know. It's
right.
It's a prerequisite.
How you doing with that? Is it hard being off the stuff?
No, it's great.
Really?
I feel great.
Did you have to clean toilets?
No, I didn't actually go to rehab. I just go to,
meetings?
Meetings,
yeah.
You weren't a dick.
I share.
You could probably have a drink now and then.
Drinking wasn't my problem.
What was it?
Everything else.
Stopping.
Really?
He used to snort Ritalin.
Really?
I think I'm going to start again.
Why did you snort Ritalin? What did that do for you?
It's fun.
Is it really?
Every 2 chords, he'd be like, all right, hold on a second.
Well, it's legal.
It is legal, right?
It's more fun than just eating them.
All right, so anyway. So John sang some of this, Fred played guitar, I played the keyboards.
And Fred sang, too.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if I hear the song this way. It's interesting, though, what you did with it. I wrote this, which is even more amazing.
Here's your piano player.
Yeah.
Or keyboard.
There's me on the keyboard somewhere in there.
No, I cannot live without you. It hurts sometimes to say. All the things you do for me don't want it all the way. Time is on my side when I am sitting next to you. I feel alright.
My keyboards are as buried as John Bonet.
You wanted it more up front? Is that it?
No, that's all right.
Get inside my head. If you satisfy me, I want you there and stay. Second rock and roll so much when you're in my soul, you make things right.
Anybody got some Ritalin? This is me, Fred, and John. Fred's playing guitar. I did the keyboard in about 15 minutes. Think. See, I always pictured it kind of like a Nine Inch Nails, kind of spacey, you know, like I
think it sounds great.
Yeah, but this is a different kind of vibe. I just never pictured it like this. What do you think, Robin? You know me, I'm kind of a heavy metal Nine Inch Nails kind of guy.
You didn't intend to make this kind of music.
No, I didn't intend to make
this. Our original jam was. It was kind of...
Was it?
Yeah, because the drums are like this.
I don't remember the original jam.
In your head, it was always...
And this part, I see more orchestral, like more voices, more highs, more lows. Lucy in the sky. Baba Booey looks baffled. He wants to know how he even recorded this.
Who plays drums?
I don't know.
That's my drummer in my band.
That's your drummer?
Ed Greenberg.
We all did it separately. I don't like to record with the other guys.
All I know is that you went into the studio for, what, 24 minutes? Remember that day you were
yeah.
for a couple of minutes?
Yeah, but I wrote the music, so I just recorded it. I mean, it was easy to do. I just go blah, 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 blah.
Not much he's doing.
Yeah. Hey. There's a lot of jamming on this. We got to clean that up. Too much jamming. Did you really? Yeah, it's too much. I hear some singing.
Yeah, the chorus is longer. When they edit it out.
I added some.
Yeah, you should keep the chorus.
Yeah, you know what? Do more Ritalin and less editing. You know what I mean? This is the club mix.
Dance.
Dance mix.
So he wants some more Nine Inch Nails-y, Randy. Just
like this, Randy. You know, like that. And then when that You Get Me High part, you know, I hear highs, I hear lows. You get me high, get me high, get me high. You know, and then they go, high. Randy and I speak the same language.
Yeah, he's going to run out of here.
Randy, give me some Ritalin. Randy, you're almost there. You might have a hit song.
I hope so.
You'd need it.
Well, what do you think of the two singers?
I think Fred sounded real good when he came in.
Yeah.
I think John needs help on the chorus.
I'm talking, well, it's just that you got two guys singing this song.
That's okay.
It's like Chicago.
Yeah. Or like those, what are those guys we saw at the Blockbuster Awards?
Oh,
they got the guy and the girl singing the song?
Fred and Wilma?
Yeah, Fred and Wilma.
I don't understand how, because I've seen John play before. How come you're doing it sounds like you're doing a British accent thing.
I don't know.
That's how he sings so he doesn't stutter.
I don't really know why. There's no reason.
Unless jamming.
It just comes out of him that way.
Because we want to have a hit song. We don't want this to be played on alternative stations only.
I started mixing it at 3:30 in the morning in Philly.
Yeah, well, maybe you should wake up like a normal person.
I told him to have it. He had a week to do it. I told him to have it here on Monday morning.
You can see the guy's disorganized.
He claims Passover screwed him up.
Passover?
It's one of the 10 plagues.
You're a drug addict. What are you doing with Passover?
It's one of the 10 plagues right here.
Yeah. Don't you think it should be like, vroom, 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 like real, put some of that Nine Inch Nails kind of flying around, drown out John singing.
I think you should decide who should be singing the song.
You do? You think it should be, you're saying Fred should be singing, right?
I think it should be both. It's a nice contrast.
And I think we need more people on the chorus.
That I agree with.
Yeah, it needs to be big, like Beatlesque.
Because the hook is good. It just needs to be grander.
Yeah.
What do you think of that other little bit that John threw in there?
That's okay.
Take me to the place I've been before?
That's all right.
I only want it there because else you just have Get Me High over.
Yeah, it gets a little repetitious otherwise. Yeah,
I can do it that way also. He could edit that out.
Yeah, guys, get to work. Come on, you know what to do. Don't dick me off. This part's good, though. But, we need more like... It's not spacing.
I think you wanted evil a little bit.
Evil, yeah. This isn't evil.
No, this is too poppy.
This is too poppy. You got to get out of that, man. We're into heavy metal. Although this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
This is more ABBA. I think you sabotaged me.
You know how many records they sold?
Who, ABBA? The lot? Oh, hello. You know how much Ritalin that would mean? This is good, though. I mean, there's some good things going on here. You think Fred should sing the whole thing?
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
You just want to bang Fred.
I disagree with you. I don't mind having two, but I think maybe Fred should take this line. Yeah, maybe sing.
Well, maybe there should be more of a mix, or because all of a sudden it's a different song at the other end.
How about Fred and Hank the Angry Dwarf?
And you see this part? John ain't selling this.
This is broken enough.
Yeah, for a second. That's when it gets good, when he comes in.
Yeah. No, I think he's singing on the...
My board has a mute button.
Well, you goes a long time without any help.
All right, so then just put me and Freddie together, along with the falsetto one.
Yeah, and then and then put some of them 9 Inch Nails kind of...
You want it a little slower?
Yeah, slow it down a little.
Jesus, it never ends with him. It never ends.
Never. I'm trying to make you a star. Don't listen to him. Listen to me.
No, go ahead. Do what he wants to do.
I know what I'm doing.
You want an interesting suggestion? It's like after the first chorus, have everything stop, but Howard's
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That eerie kind of
ethereal. Whatever that means.
I think it's eerie more than ethereal.
Speed it up and slow it down. Okay? No wonder you need Ritalin. I can't believe you used to snort Ritalin.
All the time.
Wow.
It was like every other phone call.
What's it do for... Are you like an overactive child or something? You are.
But then he would pop Percocets. And Percocets...
But Ritalin is supposed to speed you up as an adult.
No, it slowed me down.
Really?
There was like a lewd?
No, I wished.
But he used to give me...
Take a lewd.
He used to have Quaaludes, Ritalin, Percocet,
Did you snort the lewds or you just took them?
No, I haven't had lewds in 15 years.
No,
Stop.
Valium used to give him. He used to have something there.
I ate Valium. That sucks.
Valium? What are you doing there? Housewives do that.
Yeah, I do it on a plane.
You ever do heroin?
He liked legal stuff. That's what his problem is.
Most people are addicted to legal stuff.
He liked the legal stuff.
He's in the majority.
Yeah.
But
that's what's a joke about our drug laws.
He didn't want to screw around.
We're outlawing heroin. Every housewife on Long Island's completely cranked up on Percocets.
Percocet.
I know.
I took one of those, Howard. It knocked me. I couldn't even stay.
I would like to take that. What does it do to you?
That's what happened.
Here we go.
So I need a drug that I can...
Howard, check it out. I took a Percocet and then I smoked a doobie.
Go ahead. No, I can't do that.
I couldn't stand. I was in the bar. I had to lean against the wall.
But what does a Percocet do to you?
It's a painkiller. It's a painkiller.
What does it do?
It's low-grade heroin.
It takes away the pain?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. It mellows you out.
I'll hit you.
Because I had Percodan, which is better than Percocet.
I've had Percodan. The dentist gives you that.
No, Percocet's better.
No. Percocet and Percodan are identical. Percodan is aspirin.
Oh.
Percocet is Tylenol.
You should be a doctor.
Yeah. He is a druggist.
So if I was to take Percocet,
yes,
what would the feeling be?
You would look like that guy on the wall.
No, come on. What would I feel like? Would I feel relaxed?
It's like a numbing Quaalude.
Ooh. And I can function on it?
Yes.
Ooh.
No.
Yes.
No, you can. Yeah, I wouldn't smoke a doobie.
You can't function on anything, Howard.
Could I do the show on Percocet?
The first thing absolutely.
Could I get erect?
Some people can.
Could you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm there.
The thing they teach you in rehab is not to talk about this stuff.
Look, he's getting all excited.
Look at that. You're totally into it.
What's that guy's number again?
This has got to be killing you.
No,
Right.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I have my chip right here.
Let me see.
Let me see your chip.
He used to have.
Throw that in the garbage. Let's party.
He used to make it to noon, Howard.
Jeez, you think if you made 60 days, this is plastic. It's like a plastic thing.
No, that's metal.
That's how tenuous it is.
He used to have, Howard.
That reminds you that he's going to go off the wagon any minute.
He used to have his double absolute and vodka.
Yeah.
Double, absolute and cranberry. Then Percocet, and then he'd snort Ritalin. And then he'll start so it was just constant.
And
you never passed out.
Look, you try to do 2 albums with him, all right?
I understand.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Nothing to do with me.
I understand.
Let's have a Randy falls off the wagon pool. Everybody puts in $100.
Still working with John?
Yeah, and you pick the date that'll fall off the wagon.
Today.
Yeah. Percocet, huh? That's your thing.
One of them.
Yeah, and what did the Ritalin do to you?
Concentration.
Helps you concentrate?
Yes.
What other drug were you on? You were on something else.
Seconal?
No.
Oh,
Just the perks.
Dilaudid?
Zoloft?
Tuinol?
Before the Ritalin, it was methamphetamine.
Oh, no kidding.
And that helped you concentrate?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now can you concentrate?
Well, he claims to have ADD.
What?
Now can you concentrate?
Excuse me?
Methamphetamine?
Yes.
See, I did, that's speed, like Black Beauty.
So is Ritalin.
I never liked speed. I don't get guys who do that.
No, he
I
claims
hate
that
it. I did a lot of it in college.
He says it's speed.
Thank God my mom's dead.
He says that Ritalin speed for some, but it also mellows some out, right? It works.
Yeah.
It's supposed to work opposite. Did you take Ritalin as a child?
No.
No, they didn't have that when he was a kid.
They certainly did.
How old are you?
39.
Yeah.
39.
You were 39 10 years ago.
Yeah, 39. Oh, God, they look that old.
You did a lot of methamphetamine, dude. You don't keep your looks doing that crap.
The hat helps.
That's why they call it speed.
1959.
Were you bald under that hat?
No. I got a little left.
Oh, yeah. No.
Stop. I'm follically
challenged.
That's right.
All right, I can't take this anymore. There's our new song, but we're going to Randy. Yeah, Randy, keep working on it, all right?
Okay.
You can do better.
Director's office.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes. I was wondering if you could pull Howard Stern's show off the air, please.
This is the Food and Drug Administration.
But that's what I always heard, that you can control things.
Well, not when it comes to radio. We can control food and drugs and cosmetics and blood. But the FDA has nothing to do. You'd have to call.
But Howard, he says bad, awful things on the airwaves.
Yes, he does.
And he says them about me and my family, and I find that very abusive.
You have to call the radio.
Sir, please help me with this.
I have no control. This is the Food and Drug Administration.
He said he was going to go fishing with me, and he whipped me with the rods, and that he hurt me in more awful ways. He stuffed a handful of worms in my face, and he made me eat worms, and he beat me so unmerciful with the rod I had stitches about my face. And I think he should be pulled from the air.
Well, you should call the station.
But I've done that, and we've had several outings, and it always winds up in a bad, festering argument. And Howard and I roll down the hill, wind up pulling each other's hair out and slapping each other silly.
I am only a secretary here. I cannot do anything about it.
But you see how evil and vicious you're being towards me.
I can't do anything about it.
The Howard Stern Show. The Howard Stern Show.
Another one of my musical efforts, putting together Ozzy Osbourne with
Typo Negative.
Typo Negative, yeah. I forget. Hey, check out the E-Show tonight. Jen's Bad Implants.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Don't miss tonight's scientific episode when Jen stops by to display her new but oddly shaped breast implants. Are Jen's nipples actually cockeyed? Did something go horribly wrong on the operating table? You decide tonight on The Great E Show. Yeah, Ken, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Morning. So much in the news today, I'll get to it. Just like a couple of things like Yankee Stadium falling down here in New York. And Matt Lauer going out all night. And some guy in the circus burned up.
Yeah, they were Gabonese. You didn't tell me that.
What is a Gabonese?
I have no idea.
And what are they doing in this country?
From Africa?
Yes.
Hey, you know what movie I watched last night and I liked? You're going to laugh.
What?
7 Years in Tibet.
I like that movie.
Wow, that was good. With Brad Pitt?
The problem with the movie...
What are you calling a faggot, man? Just because it was...
Clear my throat.
Oh, sorry.
Looking guy. But anyway...
Anything intellectual like
his only problem is he keeps trying to do these accents that he can't do.
But you get used to it.
Once you get past that, it's a good movie.
I had no idea with the Chinese what scumbags they are.
Oh, man, it's tough living in China.
There was like this really nice place called Tibet that Richard Gere goes to. And that he liked to. See, I didn't know any of this till I saw the movie. And it was this really cool place, like really mellow Chinese people.
That kid cool?
Yeah, the kid, the Dalai Lama is like real smart. And then all of a sudden, China, with Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong?
Yeah, Mao Zedong. That's how the Chinese say it. Because he was full of you-know-what. Mao Zedong decided to invade Tibet. He decided he should unite China.
Well, first of all, he's opposed to religion.
About this. Oh, hold on. Let me just turn my radio down.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
Anyway, he was opposed to religion, and they had their whole little own society there, and he wanted to take it over.
Hello?
Yeah.
What?
Hello?
Shut up. We'll get you in a minute.
Okay.
So anyway, the Chinese came, and they killed like millions of these people, and now they all live in India.
One of the reasons it's great to watch movies from China is, it's incredible living under that administration.
You know what's cool about movies, too? You don't have to go to school. Like, I learned everything I needed to know about Tibet.
It's the best way.
I never learned that in school. And I got to see Brad Pitt. There was no nudity.
Wasn't it great because the ugly guy got the girl?
Yeah, that was great. That was so cool.
Sure, that's real.
Like a guy with a good personality got the chick.
You wrecked it for everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a good movie. 7 Years in Tibet.
Now in video, I guess.
Yeah, I got a copy because my friends in the Academy.
Uh-huh. Oh, you have friends in the Academy?
Yeah. We know people. And they sent me all the movies for your, for the screen.
Oh, the consideration.
Yeah, for consideration. So I got a hold of it.
I know it's coming out on DVD soon.
Oh, is it?
I think I've seen that.
By the time stuff comes out on DVD, I've seen it already.
I know.
Why don't they put DVD out with the same time? Yeah. How are they ever going to make DVD work?
They're starting to.
They're stupid.
I think they're trying to catch up, right?
Yeah,
but it's stupid. With the new movies, put it out right away. Yeah. What? I'm not going to go watch it again.
Twice, just to see it on more clearly.
Whoever's running the whole DVD thing is a jack-off.
Yeah, but they are behind. They have to catch up.
Catch up. Man, if I had millions of dollars invested in that, I'd catch up immediately.
My best friend's wedding came out on video and DVD at the same time.
It did?
Yeah.
Well, who went to see that?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they're beginning to get there.
Isn't that where some homo bangs Julia Roberts? How realistic is that?
Bang her. But you know what? That's the new trend in movies, they say now. Pairing up heterosexual women with gay guys. Like they're in love with the gay guy and can't get it.
Yeah. I'm against that. I put my foot down.
I went to see City of Angels, not knowing it was going to be the #1 movie of the week.
How is that?
The other day. And I've changed. I'm getting really sappy. I like these romantic
Was it good? I want to go see that.
I was almost in tears.
I like movies where the guy's like an angel and he gets to bang chicks.
Great. You would have loved this.
It's Superman.
The angel has superpowers.
Yeah, that's what I want.
He's like everywhere.
Right.
He can do everything. And of course every woman's going to fall in love with him. The angel falls in love with you, and then he's going to give up his angelhood for you?
Yeah, but if he's an angel, why doesn't he grow hair?
What do you mean, why doesn't he?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, well, he looks like he has hair.
Oh, he does? Do you think he's a good-looking guy?
No, that was the other thing about this movie. I was like, why does it have to be Nicolas Cage? I don't want to get all gooey over here.
What's the name of this movie, Michael?
No.
Everything's with angels now.
I know. Everybody's in love with angels.
And all these actors want to play like Supermen.
Yeah.
Super angels.
But isn't Nicolas Cage now going to be Superman?
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
He's an angel and he's Superman.
Yeah, because the guy who's going to direct it is Tim Burton.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good movie.
But I have to say, it got me. I liked City of Angels.
Dude, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No problem. The song that you guys are putting together, the verse for verse takes a direct copy from Blondie's Call Me.
Good.
No, I mean, it's more than those 7 notes that's copyrighted.
Really? You think so?
I don't know, man. I wrote that song, and believe me, I never even heard that song.
No, listen to that. Da, 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 da. That's Call Me.
Oh, is it?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Believe me, we're not going to make any money with the song anyway. It's all right.
You rip-off artist.
Dude, I was playing the keyboard. I suck, okay?
Well, no,
I came up with a riff that was good. And tell me what it sounds like.
Yeah, now you see how it happens to everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's your one song.
What a dick. Plus, it ain't going to sound like that anyway. That's not the way I pictured
You're
it.
going to change it, huh?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Yo, Howard.
Yo.
Yo, if you're going to do that song, why don't you get Rob Zombie to do it?
Because I'm not going to ask Rob for a favor every time I get involved in music.
Oh, okay.
That guy's got enough on his mind.
And he makes his living doing that.
Yeah. We don't.
Yeah.
I don't think Rob wants to be involved in my every musical project. I have enough, I have enough common sense to don't have to bother the guy. It's stupid.
God hates Easter. Read on Bunny's Land eggs. You mean to tell me 364 days out of a year, a chicken gonna lay eggs, but then one day a bunny gonna lay them? What's the significance in that? Read it again. God hates Easter. Read on. He despises Easter. Read on. Your feast day. Easter's a feast day like Thanksgiving. Thanks for what? Killing 77 million Indians? Read on. I will not smell your solemn assembly. Yeah, it's talking about Easter. He said Christ is white. Christ is black.
Wait, but this is Easter, right? And isn't this a good time for everyone to get along, all the blacks and whites to love each other?
Hey, I despise your feast days. I will not smell your solemn assembly. Now you teach your kids, they say, Mommy, Daddy, where those eggs come from? Oh, you say, oh, those are bunny eggs. When you know a rabbit lay eggs, like the Harry's was telling you earlier. So that's a damn lie. Those are not bunny eggs, they're chicken eggs painted by you and whoever. As classified as bunny eggs. So what are you doing? You're lying to your kids. So when you lie to your kids about a fat white man on some Christmas flying down with reindeer, he comes down the chimney and give them toys and all this crap. When you work your fingers to the bone to get the toys, who are you giving the credit to? The white man. As usual. Giving the glory and making a god out of him. How you make a god out of the white man? So-called Santa Claus. He know every thought, their every wish. He know when they're good and when they're bad. So you don't make a god out of them. So now, when your kids grow up and don't respect you, whose fault is that? Your fault. Because why? You've been lying to them all their life. You've been lying to them. Now, there was a man called Chris Kringle, black man in Europe, that was going around, Claus, I forget his first name. It's like, what is it, Nicholas? St. Nicholas. A black man. Not no white, so-called white man, a so-called black man going throughout Europe giving dark people, so-called black kids, gifts on that particular date. Wasn't called no damn Christmas. Yeah, you can move on. Okay, all that crap you talking is nothing. Okay? We don't give a damn about Sunday. We don't give a damn about Roman Catholic. We don't give a damn about Lutheran Church, Protestant Church, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostal,
do you have children?
Islam,
do you have
Muslim. We don't give a damn about none of that.
Do you have
crap.
children?
Okay. Yeah, I have children.
You never hit eggs for them?
Move. You can go with that crap, all right? Damn you and the eggs, okay? We tired of that crap.
Spock, sabotage the system.
So they could have space program.
Spock, restore the atmosphere.
Space program is set up.
Spock,
to
sabotage
fight
the system.
Christ.
I wish I knew what to do. Observations, Mr. Spock.
Okay, we have line 193 again with sabotage and sabotage.
I don't say sabotage. You say sabotage. I say sabotage.
Mr. Tambourine Man!
One of my favorite guests, William Shatner, is in the house.
Oh, he's here.
Keeping it real.
On a river.
He doesn't like these songs, man.
With tangerine trees and...
See, he thinks people are goofing on him when they play these songs. We're fans of these.
Somebody called...
Here he is, Bill Shatner.
Yeah, you listen to this when you're at home.
He's a newlywed. Look at him. Why, you look better than... Marriage agrees with you. He looks better than ever. There's my captain.
Oh, God, Howard.
There's the captain of the Star Trek. With a new book? This guy writes more books than Stephen King. Or Anne Rice.
Or both combined.
Yeah. How many books do you write a year?
2.
Seriously?
Yeah.
See, we see you more than that.
Hello, Robin.
You say sabotage?
I say undermine.
Have you ever heard that clip before?
No, I never.
You never heard that?
No.
It's you yelling at some guy.
I'm yelling at you.
You never heard that?
No.
It's the greatest. You say sabotage.
It's fun.
I say garage. What do you say?
So you were recording something for Star Trek.
Is that funny?
And you say sabotage.
Where do they find this?
And the guy corrects you, and you get pissed off. So you're like, but you knew you said it wrong. You just didn't want to let this guy have...
What do you mean wrong? I come from Canada. What's wrong?
It's sabotage.
By the way...
Sabotage.
Sabotage.
He ain't giving it up.
You will not let go.
Oh, yeah, it's sabotage.
Sabotage.
All right, undermine.
All right, the best clip, though, did you hear the other clip we were playing? Where you yell at the guy, you say, because I've done voiceover stuff, and the guy corrects you, you want to choke him.
Well, the guy says to him to have fun.
The guy tells you, have you ever heard that clip?
Never heard of it.
Wait, let me play it. Wait a second. Wait.
Everything you say in the studio is held against you?
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Listen to this. You tell this guy off so beautifully.
It's the best.
It is the best.
Back up to line 149 and 151. To read those again, have fun with them. The void is starting to affect you, and your hail fellow well met.
Please don't tell me how to do it. It's sick of me. Zulu, check him.
Beautiful. Yeah, but the guy was on your nerves.
They did this. Orson Welles did. Remember this?
Yeah, that's a great clip. We play that one all the time, too.
Well,
Orson Welles had that beautiful voice.
Right.
He does this incredible read for a wine commercial.
Right, and the guy says, don't do it. It's April 1st or something like that.
Yeah. And the guy goes, Orson Welles goes, I hate you.
Who are you? Why are you there?
He's coming down from this mountain.
Yeah.
He said, why am I doing this wine commercial anyway?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the guy was way too good for a wine commercial.
Yeah.
With that voice.
Except he wasn't working too much, so the wine commercial came in handy.
It sure did. But he let that guy know he was going to pay.
Oh, yeah. And then it went all around the world.
I know.
Well, don't let this go.
This went all around. This is on some CD. I got it off of.
CD, yeah. Some Rhino record.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Sabotage.
Who says sabotage?
No one. You don't even say
But
it.
you defend it.
But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You got married again? Yeah. What's going on? This is the fourth marriage.
Third.
Is it third?
Yeah.
Are you happy this time?
Wait a minute, did you marry somebody twice?
Beautiful. I was going to bring her down here, but I knew you'd attack her.
You should have brought her.
No, because you'll attack her.
Why would we attack her?
Well, because we listened to your program. She got me. Noreen got me involved in coming here. I said years ago when we first became acquainted.
And she's in high school?
No.
Don't you think that's a little, I mean, isn't that crazy?
No, but you were going to ask her cup size and the whole thing.
Yeah, why not?
I don't want that known.
Hey, I got to tell you, I got a great agenda for you today before we get to the break.
Right now,
good.
Say hello, Noreen.
Hey, baby. What's happening?
She's going to be so happy.
Noreen, what's your cup size? I can't hear it. Is she hot?
Oh, she's a great girl.
Now, this is the one you almost married.
What happened? The marriage was delayed.
The marriage was delayed. Why?
Garbage.
Was it the prenup?
Well, no.
It was.
No.
It was the prenup.
No, there was.
So you've been burned twice.
Twice before.
First two marriages, you didn't have a prenup.
That's correct.
That's why you got to write books.
And sell cards.
And he's got telephone cards. What is that telephone card stuff?
Well, listen, the telephone card is debuting today, too.
It's a Captain Kirk?
Well, it's everything. It's Star Trek meets AT&T as well.
And you get a cut of every card?
Well, my company, I spent 3 years working on this.
And what is it, a phone card? What is a phone card?
It's a prepaid telephone card.
Why do I need that?
Well, because, first of all, it gives you an elitism that you haven't got ordinarily.
What do you mean, because I have a bank of phone calls?
Right. Well, if you have a budget...
I can make calls.
Wow.
If you have a budget on a call,
okay,
or you want to give a card as a present,
or
you want to, instead of a credit card, you make it a debit card because you want to know how much you're paying, and these rates are really good.
In other words, you have the card.
Yeah, you prepay the card. You get it for 50.
You know what, my friend? You could sell snow to an Eskimo. I swear to God.
The guy wouldn't take it. He wanted a bicycle.
Yeah. What is it, Baba Booey?
You know what I use these for?
What?
Seriously. My mom lives in Florida now. She's on a fixed income.
Yeah.
I send her the phone card, so she doesn't have to pay to call me.
I
send her a 60-minute phone card.
There you go. That's exactly right.
You just call her, and she's got 60 free minutes to call.
And your mom's a Star Trek fan?
Well, no. He's got to have the Star Trek card, and you can get them at the AT&T office.
I see. So you give it as a gift or something.
WilliamShatner.com.
Oh, you got a William Shatner?
You got to have the whole web thing. The whole web thing is happening.
You're exploding on the web.
Exploding all
You've got a WilliamShatner.com?
That's right.
Really?
For information.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder Noreen wants you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard.
Is it a party being married to you? Is it fun?
We were in Cannes. We were in New Zealand.
No
last
kidding.
Month. Yeah, we're here in New
Yeah.
York.
And you have sex with her?
I'll bring her next time. You promised to be kind.
How often do you have sex? Be honest.
Frequently, and
Really?
but I can't. But I'm a
But with your
I'm a
history-
major personality, and I can't tell you.
But with
these
your
things.
history, you're
Yes.
volatile.
Yes.
With your history,
Yes.
why get married again? Why not just have sex with her?
Why are you even marrying Khan?
Yeah, he's in love.
The idea of roots.
Really?
Yeah, don't you?
But then you have to pull him up every once
Yeah, but
in a while.
but you like pulling up roots?
Well, you trim the roots.
So you said to Noreen,
You get a bonsai tree that way.
Noreen is probably a very young, beautiful woman.
Young,
right?
beautiful
Okay,
woman.
so you said to Noreen, look, I'll marry you, but you got to sign a prenup.
Well, there are those
You
things
have to.
take place.
Is it uncomfortable to do that?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, of course.
Because you look, I love you,
I
but
love you.
let's be honest, this probably isn't going to last.
Well, wait a minute. Whose idea was it to get married anyway?
Was both our ideas. You notice I'm beginning to perspire.
Yeah, really. What's up with you? It's 30 degrees below zero in here. You're sweating.
T-shirt, and I've
Right.
got a jacket on.
But why? Will the marriage be sabotaged if, by the prenuptial agreement? Seriously.
No, well, it hasn't been.
It hasn't been. So if this is what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong. If you get a divorce,
yes.
she only gets a phone card. Is that right? Star Trek phone card.
Are they going to have more children? Is he going to start another family?
No, she could call for help.
Let me ask you something. What do you think? I got a million questions for you. What do you think of these guys who go out and study the Klingon language? Does it make any sense to you?
You know, I've been doing a lot of...
I got a guy on the phone.
I've been doing research into that because I'm doing a book on the conventions called Get a Life. And I've discovered what the audience...
What did you call the book? Get a Life?
Yeah,
Get a Life.
It'll be out next year.
Because you're shocked by even these conventions that you go to.
No, but I mean, there's another whole thing that happens in conventions.
All right, here's a guy. This is the guy you have to interview for your book. Okay. I'm being serious. I heard about this guy. I said, let's get him on when my captain is here. William Shatner is here. This is Darman Spears. You ever hear of him?
Darman?
Yeah.
Is he calling?
Yeah. He speaks Klingon.
You know him?
Of course.
You do know him, really? Seriously?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. He's very well known. Darmand.
DeArmond.
DeArmond.
Yes.
Did you give yourself that name?
No, my parents gave me my name. My gosh.
DeArmond, real quick, because I've got William Shatner here.
Yes.
Why?
Do you speak Klingon?
I can see Spanish, French. Learning these languages would be an asset, perhaps financially you would gain by knowing how to speak these languages. Japanese.
There was an international language.
Esperanto.
I did a movie in Esperanto.
Well, I don't think that Spanish or Esperanto would be as much fun.
But let me hear you speak. Say something to me in Klingon. Say, good morning, Howard Stern and William Shatner. I'm happy to meet you.
Nuknech, Howard Stern, William Shatner, Jet, Hakim Mo.
His accent is terrible.
No, be honest. This guy.
He's doing it. He's speaking Klingon.
No, but it's a bad accent.
How long did you study in order to speak this?
I've been studying since about 1992.
Now, where do you study? Is there an actual?
Guy has invented Klingon language.
He has.
Yeah, some guy has put out a book. He just made up words.
And you're fluent in this guy's language.
Well, as fluent as anyone can be. I mean, I'm not a native speaker.
Say to me, rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
A lot of these words don't have.
Ach,
yes.
Rain.
Acht.
And then there's no word in Klingon for Spain.
Right. What are black people called in Klingon?
What?
I know in Yiddish it's Schwarzes. What is the?
Don't go there.
What do you mean don't go there? That's every language has a term for black people.
You cut your hair.
Yes, I did.
You've trimmed your hair.
How do you like it?
It's a little long.
I'm like Prince Valiant. Thank you. All right, so do you have wife and kids?
Yes, I do.
And they don't mind that you spend, how many hours a day do you spend?
Do they have to speak this too?
Does he have a prenup?
No. And in fact,
do you have a phone card?
We can get you one at the AT&T.
Now, do you dress as a Klingon when you go to conventions?
I actually have only ever been to one convention, and I did not dress up. I'm not really a convention goer.
Yeah, no one
is.
is.
To learn Klingon.
Did you ever meet William Shatner?
I have never met Mr. Shatner.
Would you like orgasm in your pants if you met him?
I would probably shake his hand and be happy to meet him, but that's...
Well, Dermot, I'm pleased to meet you.
I don't buy this guy. Because if you're telling me, if you spent all this time learning Klingon, if you met William Shatner, you would orgasm in your pants.
Well, there's no word for orgasm in Klingon.
There isn't?
No, they have a headache.
William, Mr. Shatner, please, tell this guy right now that you think all these guys are losers. I think they think you're into this.
You know what? They're lovers.
No, be honest.
No, I swear to God, they're lovers.
Don't you laugh at guys like this?
No, I do not.
You do not?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
You don't get freaked out a little bit?
No, not.
You're afraid to say it, but I know behind closed doors. You're sickened by this individual.
There's a tape on me.
There's got to be. It will surface. I don't buy it.
No. The people who go to conventions are incredible. They get You
see a guy dressed as Mr. Spock. And you think, oh, he's a lover.
No, he thinks he's an idiot.
He's looking for love.
What's a more uncomfortable subject, your fans or your marriage? All right, listen.
What did you say?
I said, what's a more uncomfortable subject, your fans or your marriage?
I'm going to give you a more uncomfortable subject.
Is the new Mrs. Shatner a white woman?
Yes, she's pink.
Oh, okay, all right. I just want to know.
I sent you a script.
You did?
Yes. You didn't get it.
I threw it in the garbage.
No, I sent you.
Did you really?
With a note saying, I think you'd be great for this part.
You're kidding me.
No. A friend of mine wrote a script about a guy who wants to divest himself of all worldly possessions.
Go ahead.
And he goes naked. He's downtown Los Angeles.
Really?
He strips off his clothes.
I could see myself in this role.
And his whole adventure
is
going naked from downtown L.A. to Malibu.
Well, I'm not having my ears enlarged. Is that right?
It's a great script, and I sent it to you.
All right, I will read it.
Never respond?
Of course not.
Why
Too busy.
Where'd you send
Of course not.
Too busy.
I don't know. I sent it to him.
Oh, really? You did? I swear I don't know about
Gary
it.
didn't tell you about this.
No. I think Baba Booey's saving it for himself.
I think John stole your script.
Yeah, I think he did. I swear to God. All right, listen. I got fun for you today. First of all, you're promoting your book.
What's the book called?
DeArmond, thank you.
Thank you very much, Howard.
All right, get a life.
Hey, Howard, I've got something to say for you.
Yeah.
Jabit top the toy. I serve the king of all media.
Isn't that nice? Thank you, DeArmond.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Charmin DeArmond, they call him.
Gary, on this script of William Shatner's, make sure I never see it.
Oh,
all right, thank you.
What's the book called?
It is called Spectre. Now, it has a picture of you and the, what's his name? Patrick Stewart.
So this is the two captains are in this
Oh,
one,
yeah.
huh?
Oh, yeah.
You wrote a story about you and the two captains.
And more.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Are you a man who knows a lot of Star Trek trivia?
No, I know none.
If I brought a guy in here who claims to be a Star Trek trivia expert, and I asked you each 3 questions,
Floor me.
Do you think you could beat him?
I can't remember a thing.
Let me see. This kid's a real nerd. He goes to conventions. He dresses like you, the whole thing. I want you to meet him.
Bringing that guy in here.
I'm bringing that guy in.
Seeking love.
You got to see this guy. Let me see if you. I'm really curious to do this. Take 5 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. If this sabotages the segment, I don't care.
You may learn to say sabotage. It's such a beautiful sound.
I love that you stick to your guns.
Well,
it doesn't even matter.
I have a 45 and I've.
Come in. Bring in this kid. You got to see this kid. And then I'm bringing my.
Another grown man.
Where was he hiding in a closet? Because I didn't see him.
This kid is so weird. What's this kid's name again? Look at him.
He's a good
He always comes in
Oh, Randy. Randy, the trivia expert. Randy, sit down and don't bring out all your trivia.
He's got a gun.
Yeah, don't sit him too close to William Shatner. Randy, you are the world's foremost trivia expert of Star Trek?
Yes, but let me just wish you and Bill here happy Passover.
Thank you.
Hey, Howard.
He's radically Jewish, radically...
Oh, yeah, aren't you Jewish?
He's already a radical. He's looking radical.
Did they have provisions on the Enterprise for the replicators to create matzah during...
Oh, be quiet, man. You are so unfunny.
Writes material.
William Shatner, by the way, he can't say this, but he hates you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Randy thinks he's so cool, Howard.
Yeah.
Because he walked in the door, the E-camera was right there, and he just looked right into the camera, and he goes, fulfilling a lifelong dream.
To meet William Shatner?
Have you ever been to a convention and seen Mr. Shatner?
Yes, I've been to a couple. I'm not one of these people that can brag he's gone to about like 10 of them since the beginning of time when they...
And what is your uniform? Is that William Shatner's uniform?
Yes, but I have the sleeves folded under so it fits me better. Right now it's showing
He wants to look good.
I get it.
It's showing the lieutenant commander designation, the full braid, the half-broken
The braid's
braid.
a little frayed, but...
Homo. Okay, listen.
He buys this cheap shirt, probably paid a lot of money for it.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question.
Hundreds of dollars. How much money did you pay for that?
How much did you pay for your Star Trek outfit?
This is one of those cheapies you get one in a Halloween-type store where they're selling them.
Oh, it's a Halloween day.
Yeah.
I really would like one of those original shirts you wore during the 60s series.
So would I, but
he doesn't have one.
It doesn't fit.
If he had one, he wouldn't give it to you.
It'd be amazing to try and get a hold of any of that.
Mr. Shatner, really, what's going through your head as you see a guy like this?
Well, I'm
Do you
looking
believe
at
it?
him. I know a little bit more about them now than I did before I started doing research on it.
Right.
And so my heart goes
Them.
out to him.
It's like how a white man down south talks about black people. Them. All right. So, don't bring up matzah.
My whole career hangs in the balance.
All right. I'm going to ask you guys questions, all right?
All share in this
Mr. Shatner, play along with this.
God. Okay, I'm on.
All right, you ready? All right, this is Randy, the trivia expert. All right, here we go. I'll start with Mr. Shatner. Don't answer, Randy, when it's Mr. Shatner's turn.
10-4.
What is the more common name for General Order Number 1?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Garage.
No, come on, be honest.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Let's see if Randy knows. Randy, what is the more common name for General Order Number 1?
General Order Number 1, there were about 4 of them. One.
Do you know or not?
One was the order. What, are we getting a timer here? Is this Jeopardy?
No, come on, do you know?
Come on, Randy, get to it.
Wait, this is funny. Where did you get these?
The answer is the Prime Directive. General Order Number 1.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Which was never to sabotage
all planetary
culture.
Hold it. Let's start again. Both of you are losers.
Cultures develop on their own.
What do you know, Randy? Do you know the Prime Directive? Recite it.
All planetary cultures that are come in contact with from memberships of the Federation.
That doesn't sound like Gene Roddenberry.
All right, let's go to the next question.
To be a little more loquacious.
Let's go to the next question. William Shatner.
Yeah.
What is the name of the rock creature in the episode Devil in the Dark?
Oh, I knew that one.
Shush, Randy.
The Gorn, isn't it?
No.
What is it, Randy?
Randy, go ahead.
That would be...
The Horta.
Short-term memory.
Oh, wait.
The Horta.
William Shatner knew it. He beat you. You suck, Randy.
I'm getting early hours
The Horta.
from my mother. I couldn't remember the question.
Horta. All right, come here.
That was a classic episode.
All right.
Bill, remember that
They're
line?
all classics. Don't touch Bill.
Don't touch Bill. If you touch Bill, I'll throw you right out of here. All right, here we go.
Bill gets very nervous when you.
All right, here we go. This is the final question. I'm getting Randy out of here. What race is introduced in the episode Errand of Mercy? Either one of you.
I haven't the faintest.
Organians.
Wrong. The Klingons.
Okay.
In what episode does Kirk get married? William Shatner.
Where I got married.
Surely.
Several
Wrong.
of those, no.
The Paradise Syndrome. How does Dr. McCoy explain the fast reproduction of the Tribbles?
They eat wheat.
They're both pregnant. You guys both blow.
Where did you get these questions? These are fascinating.
I will make it easier. Spell Trek. I mean, what's with you guys? All right, one last one, okay?
I didn't have my matzah this morning.
All right. In the episode named for him, who gave Charlie X his telekinetic powers? Mr. Shatner.
Howard.
Who gave Charlie X his telekinetic powers?
Charlie X.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like when he hosted Saturday Night Live. He said it's been a long time.
All right, but do you know?
Yeah, the Thasians.
Right.
Yay, hallelujah, I finally...
Wow, you really don't know anything about Star Trek.
No.
He just did the series. He doesn't live with it.
All right, here's the final question. William Shatner goes first. Yeah. Out of your 3 wives, who has the biggest cans? Was it Marcy?
You are...
Marcy,
Noreen. All right, what's his first wife's name?
No, wait a minute. We're getting into sacrosanct areas.
Come on, let's have fun.
I was going to write down the name, but I didn't want to seem too obsessive. So.
All right, what is William Shatner's wife's first?
I know the last
his first wife's name.
I know the name of his 3 daughters.
Go ahead.
And I remember...
Don't do that.
Really? She doesn't want to know that. He doesn't want you to know their name.
We're all fellow Jews here, Bill.
Oh, here we go.
So I'll just...
All right, here's the final question. Here's the final question.
We got to get one of these guys on the street corner to talk
right.
about.
Who benefits from Star Trek the most? Wife number 1, number 2, or number 3? All right. William Shatner first. I say 1.
Wife number 2.
Number 2. Marcy. I never liked her. I knew when you married her it wouldn't last. All right, Randy, get out of here now. All right, leave.
What does Randy have to say? He's got all this stuff written
Randy, if you want to make one statement, go ahead, and then I got to finish with William Shatner. Go ahead. Say something.
It's been a lifetime dream fulfilled being able to meet William Shatner here.
Don't put out your hand.
I was at a convention once, but he's yards away speaking on stage with Leonard, and there's no hope to actually meet them because it was a non-autographed convention.
Is there a question you'd like to ask Mr. Shatner since you came all the way down here in your Star Trek uniform?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Go ahead.
What's the origin of this nickname I see here that you have, Tuffy, from your high school days?
I used to beat the crap out of people like you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, get out of here, Randy. Seriously, I don't like you.
And this is the second worst appearance you've ever made.
I'll leave some toys.
You sicken me.
Some toys for Bill to play with.
In the words of William Shatner, you sicken me. You really do.
You're incredibly annoying.
What is that, Randy? You're giving William Shatner?
He's giving me a Spock doll.
Yeah, that's just what you want.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand Spock.
He'll be immediately chucking that in the
William Shatner. Now let's get into it. Walter Koenig, Chekhov, has written a new book.
Has he?
And he doesn't like you.
No.
Yeah. Why do all these guys hold it? I mean, Nimoy you get along with.
Nimoy's my best friend.
The Chinese guy don't like you.
Yeah, no, they like
Did you read Koenig's book?
No.
You refuse.
Well, I didn't even know.
Did you read Scotty's book?
No, I didn't.
Scotty was in here. He was angry.
Well, they're all a little annoyed.
Are they jealous of you? Is that it? Are you because you're so successful?
Well,
I knew.
What do you think? Here's what Walter Koenig
Walter
says.
says that there was a 2-tier system.
Yes, he says the 3 leads were Shatner, Leonard, and DeForest Kelley. And Walter was a supporting player as Chekhov. He's bitter because, number one, in the movies, you would tell him to get out of the shot.
He said there was one scene where you kept saying, could you move a little further and move a little further, move a little further. And then he realized he was out of the shot.
He was out of frame.
Yeah, but the best part of that, Howard, is William wasn't even the director.
Yeah, you weren't the director or anything.
You were just we were acting.
Yeah.
And you started telling him where to stand.
So bad. That's just so paranoid.
You're so easy to work with. So you say that's a lie.
Well, that's insane.
It's insane. You can't do that, right? You're not the director.
Yeah, where was the director?
Right.
Exactly.
All right.
And there were strong directors on that show.
Okay. Okay. At conventions, your fee is so high they can't afford anyone else at the conventions.
That's what it was. If you are going to be at a convention, the rest of them can't get hired.
But that makes sense. I mean, what do you care? That's not your fault, right?
You actually wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He says he once complained about you in an interview, and you would not talk to him for weeks. But that makes sense. Do you remember this?
No.
Do you remember not talking to him for weeks?
No.
He probably didn't see him.
You don't even remember this.
No, of course not. What do you remember that you didn't speak to somebody because you were preoccupied?
Because you seem like such a great guy. I can't imagine that you're even at war with these people.
I'm not at war. I love them.
You're having fun.
When was the last time you saw Walter?
4 or 5 years ago.
Walter's now on Babylon 5. Here's what you do.
Yeah.
Get yourself booked on Babylon 5 and push him out of every shot. Get him out of every goddamn scene. Could you imagine? Come on. I'll pay good money for that.
Walter's a sweet guy.
Really?
Very talented man.
You know what? I think the reason... it could be. I don't know this for a fact. But you have to say something bad about William Shatner in order to get a book deal.
Maybe. Maybe that's how they get the books. I belched.
I can't believe that.
It was a tribble in my throat.
Don't you cover your mouth?
But these guys describe you as a prick, and I love you.
Well, maybe that's why.
Maybe we're birds of a feather. I don't know.
Howard, I have no idea what they mean and what they talk about.
You don't?
No.
Right.
You go up and do your job and go home.
You can't help it that you were the captain.
Well, the show was structured to be Kirk and Spock and McCoy.
Right.
And then the other guys came in.
All the other guys were jealous, weren't they?
I guess they were.
It does seem that way.
And that's not your fault.
Right.
No.
That's the way the thing was written.
Absolutely.
So this new wife is good in the sack?
Oh, yeah. Noreen is the best in everything she tries.
You got to bring her in here. Let me see what you're doing.
Yeah, she was going to come in this morning, but I was really worried.
How old is she?
She's very young.
Did she get her period yet?
Not that young, I don't think.
Oh, I think so. This guy don't fool around. He ain't going to marry just anybody.
What was George Mitchell doing in George
Michael in the bathroom?
What was he doing?
What do you think he was doing?
I have no idea.
That's what gay people do. They go to bathrooms and they expose themselves.
Private?
Well, he didn't know the guy was undercover. And what are all the cops doing undercover?
Just flashed them?
No, flashed them?
He didn't
He was
want to
masturbating.
flash.
He was busy taking care of business.
So why would they arrest him for masturbating?
Because it's in a public restroom.
Restroom.
What if you went in there with Noreen and George Michael was in there?
He shouldn't be in there with Noreen. He would be arrested.
That's true. Where's the wildest place you and Noreen have made love? Perhaps you could have been arrested.
Maybe we'll do a citizen's arrest right here.
And don't say in the butt.
You're going where I knew you would go.
Of course.
If you were here.
No, are you a member of the Mile High Club? Have you ever had sex in an airplane?
Actually, I have 3 daughters.
Go ahead.
Who are probably listening.
Oh, who cares?
Okay.
They know you're a sexual being.
What?
They know you're a sexual being.
Well, I know, but I mean, I don't have to explain where and when.
They should know the real you, like Walter Koenig knows it. Go ahead.
You promise not to play this tape if I were to tell you?
Yeah, go ahead.
And it wouldn't find it.
Believe me, your daughters are probably in the Mile High Club. You're not one of these Trekkie guys.
What did the guy say in the McCarthy hearing? Is there no? What was it?
Is there no shame?
No shame?
Yeah. But seriously, I mean, were you worried about that with your kids growing up? You have daughters. Weren't you worried like Trekkies wanted to bang your daughters and stuff?
Well, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
You got 2 daughters.
Of course.
Don't
3.
you think about that?
I have 3 daughters.
You have 3 daughters?
3 daughters.
I have 3 daughters.
It's time for me to get a new wife. The pressure's too much.
You've talked about it often.
I know.
And you're not going to do that.
What?
Get a new wife.
No.
But the way you talk, the way you look at these girls.
Oh, I love them. I love girls.
How can you not want...
I am so not homosexual.
Right.
Oh, my God, I love women.
Well,
have you ever had a gay experience?
No.
Never.
Only the homo room here.
Right. Yeah. What about
Nimoy? The
Nimoy?
homo room lives in my memory.
You and Nimoy? The homo room was the best.
That was
fun.
An experience.
Next time you come on, we're going back down there. Yes, we are.
No, do something else.
But wait a second.
Yeah.
Were you nervous when the girls were growing up and reaching that age?
Absolutely.
And when these boys would come over, would you see if they were wearing Star Trek paraphernalia and things like that?
No, I would see whether they could walk on 2 legs.
Would some of them come over just to meet you, in a sense?
Yes, well, I can think that they would.
Oh, that's so sad.
And how did you act and behave around these boys? Did you have to, be nice to
I put
them?
up my dukes and...
No, seriously, was it weird?
Did you stay away, or...?
I did, kind of. That's exactly right, Rob.
You stayed away?
Well, I made sure that they were all right, and my daughters were all right.
Right.
And then I hoped for the best. You can ask any kid any question, and they'll give you any answer. There's no guarantee that...
So when you were in the Mile High Club, you took Noreen to a plane?
No.
That wasn't Noreen?
No. In the Mile High, I don't know how... You need oxygen above 5,000.
Really? So you never had that?
Well, I can't even begin to think about that.
And when your daughters started dating, any black guys show up or guys that
they were allowed
mostly white guys?
They were allowed to do the way they felt comfortable.
Really?
And I followed very carefully. I once went on a date with my daughter.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Double dated?
Did you score?
I followed closely behind her.
That's weird. Now, that's weird.
Well, no, I wanted to make sure she was all right. She was very young, and she wanted to go to a playground.
Fascinating.
Oh, stop.
Ever drink wine with Patrick Stewart and kiss him by accident?
Oh.
Patrick Stewart and I are great.
No, I see. What is it?
Well, when listeners hear that William Shatner's here, they run down with all sorts of things. So I have a clip from from an early William Shatner movie, and it's just sort of interesting because in this movie he's a racist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me hear that.
And the movie's got 3 titles.
What is it?
It kept getting different titles.
Okay.
It originally was released as The Intruder.
Yeah.
Then it became Shame. And then it became I Hate Your Guts.
Do you remember this movie?
Yeah. Roger Corman.
Was this? Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Was this like one of your first movies?
Yeah. And Roger says that's the only movie that he lost money on.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
And is it the collective will of the people that Negroes should be allowed to mix with whites right under the same roof? Study with them, eat with them, maybe even sleep with them? Is it the collective will of the people that niggers should be allowed to take over the whole world? Because that's what's going to happen, Mr. Shipman.
Beautiful.
Can they stop?
That's a pretty good read.
That was done at the time of integration.
Where was this recorded? In your trailer? I never heard sound like this. But, I mean, this was like one of your first movies years ago.
We were under siege. There were white guys trying to kill us, black guys trying to kill us.
Hey, you think it'd be all right if my sister met you?
Is your sister here?
Yeah, my sister's here. Could you just say hello to her? Do you care?
No, I'd love to meet
Really? I mean, it's a big deal to people. You know what I mean? Me, I know you already. I don't care.
I feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, but my sister, will you say hello to her?
Yeah.
Bring her in, please. This is my sister. Gary, bring in my sister quick. Mr. Shatner has limited time. By the way, Bill Shatner has written another book, and his books are acclaimed. People like them.
Yes.
They
do
make
very
the bestseller
well.
list.
Here's my sister. She is such a fan of yours.
She dressed up just
Put her
for
over
you.
there, in that chair.
She's beautiful. Come and sit down.
My sister's a little eccentric. Sit down. She has 2 questions or 3 questions. I don't
She's
know.
not
I heard
used
your
to
show
being
the
on
other
radio.
day
Yeah.
about somebody who was wearing a bikini in it.
Are you a fan of William Shatner's?
Well, I'm not a fan of Star Trek because it's too complicated for me. But I am in high regard of you.
Can you speak up? I can't hear you.
Yeah, speak into the microphone,
William
sis.
Shatner.
You are in high regard for William Shatner?
You, William Shatner.
What have you done to me? The last time I was here,
If you are in,
with a cigarette.
yes, if you're in high regard of William Shatner, this is obviously not my sister, Mr. Shatner.
No?
What do you mean, obviously? News to me.
Why did you tell
Do you want to show your breasts to William Shatner?
the spell? No, I came to wish him a happy wedding.
Oh, you did? Well, he's married already.
This is my wedding gift to you. It's my card.
Uh-huh.
And the reason that I'm giving it to you
Obsession
is
Cinema
because-
Theater Performer Act.
is because
Miss
I would like
Teresa
to be your
May
escort every
Caruso.
time that you come into town because every time that you've come here that I've been paying attention, you always go out and have breakfast or go walking while the stores are still closed. I always paid attention to your hours that you showed up.
Is this true?
And so.
Well, I walk a lot.
Are you a stalker? This is Croy, by the way.
And so.
No, she's a celery stalker.
So you are? Is William Shatner one of your favorite celebrities? Put her headphones on.
Watch William Shatner when he's here?
You can't walk as fast as I can.
Yeah. I know, but I can't put on my other boots.
Yeah. Are you saying that you are Mr. Shatner's #1 fan?
At this moment.
Yes. And why? Is it his body of work? Is it his attractiveness?
Or is it his body?
No, it's his body of work.
It is?
Yes.
What is your favorite?
It's too electrical for me.
Yes.
My father was a radio electrician, a chief radio electrician in the Naval of the United States of America. And I am presidential prize-fight property. I'm waiting to be summoned to the White House because I designed a mechanism for nuclear incubation and a prize fight for Muhammad Ali.
Do you know this woman was totally normal before she started watching T.J. Hooker? She blames you.
Howard, may I ask
what? Yeah.
Croy, may I ask you a question? What's the significance of the $16 in your hand?
Because I just got out of the taxi.
Oh, that's normal. What are you saying? You're here to tell Mr. Shatner that you're invited by the President of the United States
Not
to come?
Yet, but I am presidential.
She's waiting for the summons.
Presidential issue.
Timber.
Tk you.
Yeah.
Now, you see William Shatner around
He's a charmer.
town, is what you're saying?
No, not that I see him around town, because I've never even watched television until this last month.
Oh.
But
don't hit Mr. Shatner. Yeah, right.
He's a friendly,
loving. He'll slug you.
This is what's her name, Norina?
Yeah, his wife is Norina.
Dear Norina, Howard and William are flirting like crazy.
Yeah, with each other.
We're flirting.
Yes, we are.
Love each other.
Yes.
Well, it's a masculine kind of bond.
You know what? Bill Shatner sitting here trying to remember if he ever banged Croy. Years ago. Croy, listen, because Mr. Shatner has limited time, I can't keep you here, but you're saying...
You'd like to be his escort every time he comes into town.
What is that, Croy?
Would you like to go to breakfast?
Well, I got an engagement for breakfast.
Will you please call me in advance before you come to town next time, and I'll go with you to buy a new dress and a coat for your wife.
I'll try. I'll try to remember.
It's silly to go home handless.
Empty-handed.
Right.
Handless.
Where would you go for breakfast? Yes. Where would you go for breakfast?
There's a new place called Stardust on 50.
Do they serve bacon and crack?
They serve Anthony Quinn, Frank Sinatra, every kind of plate you can think of.
Really?
Yeah.
So, Croy, you are a William Shatner fan.
I am.
I know you came down here on your own. You wanted to meet him.
It's been an honor to wish you happy
And tell Mr. Shatner what you invented so he knows.
I invented a nuclear incubation to be erected at the North Pole.
That's your architecture.
To be sub-missile like Jacques Cousteau for the planet Mars for incineration, and a nightclub for Muhammad Ali. And the
at the same place?
Yeah.
No, baby.
Don't be funny.
And it's hard
I'm not.
If Mr. Croy, let me say something. If Mr. Shatner went on a breakfast date with you, would you fillet him?
Fillet?
No, but I'd feed him strawberries out of the bowl.
Would you perform oral sex on Mr. Shatner?
No, but I'd feed him strawberries out of the bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you not perform oral
because
sex?
He's right in the beginning of fresh sex with his wife, and it's vocabulary.
I can smell it on him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have no shame. All right, Croy, is this a thrill for you to meet Mr. Shatner?
It is.
Mr. Shatner, anything you want to say?
It's a thrill that I offered you my services.
Any offer will be considered.
Thank you.
I gave it the
All right, well, there you go. Well,
there she goes.
There she goes, one of your fans.
Well, thank you, Croy. It is Croy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Croy.
Thank you, Croy. She's looking for a kiss, yeah. Croy, he can't kiss you. What? All right, goodbye.
What was that?
Croy wanted to kiss Mr. Shatner, but he gave her his finger. I've never seen anybody do that.
Well, I was going to give her the ring.
I can't wait to show that on TV.
Yeah, and Walter Kennedy would write about that.
That was great. That was great. Hey, listen. What?
Who was that?
That's Croy. She just comes down here all the time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
She came down here to meet you.
Listen. William Shatner, newlywed.
And writer
of Spectre. It's called Star Trek Spectre. It's another one of the Star Trek series. It's about the captains and Nimoy. The two captains. The two good captains, anyway. What do you think of that girl captain?
It's wonderful.
You like
I told you, I just saw a picture in one of the tabloids where all 4 captains were at a convention together.
Yep, last week.
Hey, you know what I was watching on TV? What was the movie you were in? Airplane or one of those comedies?
Yeah.
Right? Which one was it?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I was in.
You were in one of them.
Yeah.
Was it Airplane 3? It was funny.
I don't think it was 3, but it was something.
Why are you being so nonchalant about it?
Well,
you don't remember what movie you're in?
Well, no.
You do a movie and you don't remember it.
Well, you go.
You didn't make that many movies that you don't remember the movie.
Quite a few movies.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
I did a couple this year.
All right, here's some guys want to talk to you. 1 second. Yeah, Don, go ahead.
Hi.
Yeah.
Is it Howard?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Mr. Shatner. My name's Don. I
Did
go
you
to
make a
McGill
call?
University in Montreal.
Did you?
Yes,
That's
and
my
I,
university.
in fact, believe that you have a building there named after you.
Yeah, so they did.
They named a building after you?
Can you imagine?
Where is this?
And you didn't even give him a big donation?
He didn't even give us a picture. we asked for an autograph, 8.5 by 11.
No, that's not so.
Where is this building named after?
In Montreal.
McGill University
At
in
McGill
Montreal.
University. It's a famous university in the world, but certainly in Canada. And
what's it called? Three Wife Plaza?
The William Shatner University Center.
A world-renowned university.
The William Shatner University what?
No.
University Center.
Wow.
It's got the student theater in it. Why wouldn't you name it after Shatner?
Why not?
Exactly.
Well, that's an honor, isn't it?
It was an honor. I accepted it.
And you don't recognize the school or anything?
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
McGill University is a world-famous
Yes,
university.
I know McGill. Now, did you go there
I
and
graduated
dedicate the
from
place?
Oh, you
or-
graduated.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do? Make a heavy donation to get a university?
I don't remember what I did.
Oh,
He
did
didn't
you?
do anything. It was popular.
Really?
Who would say no to naming a building after Shatner?
Beautiful.
You had to do nothing for that? That's incredible.
Yeah, why are they always asking me for donations?
Yeah.
We didn't ask him. Who wants it? We don't want his money.
Really?
If you want to give money, we'll take it. But
Well,
I mean,
thank
we're
you.
not asking for money. We're asking for an 8.5 by 11 picture.
Beautiful. Well, send him a picture, will you?
I think I may.
Have his publicist. Anyway, the book is called Spectre. Also, these phone cards. Now, how do I get a phone card?
At AT&T outlets, on the web, if you get...
Let me see. Does that have your picture on it?
Well, it's got everybody's pictures on it.
Let me see. Hold it up. Let me see that.
Is Walter Koenig on there?
Well, Walter Koenig.
You're in the same picture with Walter Koenig?
No, unfortunately not. I missed that opportunity. But there's several denomination cards, and WilliamShatner.com for any information and all that kind of stuff.
You're always up to something.
Is he doing any book signings or anything? Just telling us.
No
the
book
is
signings?
available?
Well, I'm just saying that the book is now in the bookstore.
All right, WilliamShatner.com, AT&T prepaid Star Trek phone cards, and, of course, the book by William Shatner, a novel. It's called Spectre.
It's called Spectre.
That's right. And what other stuff?
You read that script.
I'm gonna.
No, I mean, I think it's a good script. I think the idea...
I'll read it. I'm going to read it.
It could get you an Academy Award.
Really? Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm waiting for.
He's going to be walking naked around the...
That's the movie for me? I'm going to be naked?
Really care.
Did Noreen write this?
Yeah.
I bet you Noreen wrote
Michael
it.
Tobias wrote it.
What does this Noreen do?
She does everything.
Really?
And very well.
Around the world?
She performed in A Twist in the Tail recently.
She's an actress?
Oh, an actress?
Yep.
Well, they're kooky.
Kooky. She's mad. She's insane for you, too.
Did you, how'd you meet her?
We met by osmosis.
On WilliamShatner.com? Actresses are good in bed. Trust me.
Yeah?
No, actually, that's not so.
No? No. She's not good in bed.
She's self-employed.
All right. Well, why'd you marry her then?
Our actor is good in bed.
Noreen is
yeah, you notice? Actors are great in bed. Actresses are no good.
Actresses aren't
Are actors good in bed, or are they self-absorbed as well?
I think probably you don't have to be an actor or an actress to be self-absorbed.
Right.
But
it helps.
Making love is giving.
It is, and we don't have that.
Well, you have to learn that.
I know I don't. I love to take.
I know. I've listened to it, and I know that's the thing you have to learn.
Well, you act a little bit with Noreen. You act like it's permanent.
Oh,
you know what I mean? You're definitely
so horrible. This could be it.
No, it's
this
not
could be the one.
This guy's got a lot of life left in him. Trust me. She gets telephone cards.
Oh, my goodness.
Is Croy the one? I wonder.
Yeah, no, Croy is definitely not the one. Anyway, the great William Shatner. We love having him on the show. Make sure you go to WilliamShatner.com. You get the AT&T prepaid Star Trek phone cards, and, of course...
Go to your bookstores and get Spectre.
Spectre. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. Now come here and kiss me, you big galoot.
Hello, I'm Scotty from Star Trek, James Doohan. Captain, I've got to put the ship in auto sail. We must cut back the overzoom and the rear jet propellants. We must raise the oxygen levels, right the ship, and head for smooth air. We must get out our fruit and coffee mugs and sit on our asses. Turn up the control room radio and listen, because once again, it's time for the Howard Stern Show.
Priceline. You know, William Shatner was just telling me about Priceline. I guess he has a deal with them. He represents them, too?
Oh, really?
What is it? He says that their website gets 750 million hits a day or something?
It's definitely reduced airfare, and I think what it is like
I
think you click in, and at the last minute, I guess if there's seats available, you can get like really discounted plane tickets.
Yeah, this is the group that helps to fill those seats that go empty on those planes all the time, and they can get you really great fares.
Yeah, you go on Priceline.com. Now you can name your own price for leisure airline tickets anywhere in the world using a revolutionary new service called Priceline. I guess William Shatner is the print representative.
Yep.
Call 1-800-PRICELINE. Or you can visit them on the web at Priceline.com. Priceline. Or 1-800-PRICELINE. And really save big money on airline fare. 1-800-PRICELINE, Priceline.com.
You're listening to a man who smells his own navel cheese.
Smells like
That's true. I love it.
Smells like your butt.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, Red, please. This is Phil. Phil? Yeah, hold on. Red, Phil. Phil. Oh. Hey, you sucker, I'm going to come and your mother sucked my last night. What? Your mother sucked my Yeah? Yeah, say it to my face. Come on over here. I'll make you suck my Yeah? You ain't got the guts. I got the guts. What's your name? Red. Red, come on over here. I'll kill you. Come on over here. I'll kill you. Come on over here. I'll kill you. You mother You son of
Isn't that great? Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Martling is 2 Filthy Joke CDs, Sergeant Pecker and the Joke Man. Still only $12 plus $4 U.S. shipping. Also on cassette, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Next Tuesday, April 21st at the Westchester Broadway Theater. See Jackie live in Elmsford, New York. For information and CD samples, visit jokeland.com.
Got a little song here. I like to say I'm a big fan of the show here. Bob Bowie and the other such. And, get him out of there. I'd like to record a song here for you. Because I know occasionally you might be interested in just some interesting little knick-knack songs. Okay. Don't have an accompaniment as such, so bear with me on that.
This is Bob Geldof.
Oh, Monica Lewinsky has some very sticky clothes. And if you ever saw her, you would definitely say she blows. All of the other interns used to laugh and call her names. They never believed poor Monica and all her deviant sexual claims. That's all I had. I was supposed to have a guy come and accompany me, but he didn't, just use your better judgment on how the tune would go, as such. All right, that's all for now.
Tina, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Yep.
How you doing there?
Okay.
Hey, Robin.
Yes?
When is your Jeopardy show going to air?
They haven't given us a date yet. Probably sometime in May. I'll let you know.
Will you let us know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see that. She beats Regis.
And Stephen King.
Two dopes.
Regis is
Don't say Stephen King's a dope.
Stephen King's cool, and actually gave Robin a good run for her money. What were you guys, $100 apart before Final Jeopardy?
Yeah. Well, he was ahead most of the game.
Yep. And you beat his ass.
I'm surprised Regis made it on there. He stinks.
He's stupid. Why would a stupid guy... You got to be stupid to be, go on there and you know you're going to lose and look stupid. I mean, you can look really dumb.
He kept saying it before we went on. He goes, oh, God, I just don't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, but he embarrassed himself the first time he played. Why would you go back on? Why would you say, you know what, I don't look that good doing it?
I guess he keeps thinking he'll do better.
He should go on that Wink Martindale show.
He's a jack-off.
Right.
Hey, Jackie. Jackie, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, I got some skunk bones for you there, buddy.
All right. How ridiculous.
Yeah, it's silly.
Why would you give those away?
Yeah. Hold on to those.
So, I want to go to the circus.
But the guy's not going to do it again.
I want to go to the circus and see a guy catch fire.
They said, children were traumatized. They go to see, these acrobats do their thing, and then the guy catches on fire and runs around and just burns up.
What's the deal on that? I mean, was that Ringling Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I've been to the circus like 5 times. I've never seen anything cool. Nah. This guy caught fire, his grass skirt. He was doing a fire act with a grass skirt.
Yeah.
And he caught fire, and then the guy didn't roll around on the floor, which would have put the fire right out. He just kept patting himself.
He ran around. That fans the fire, and he's patting.
Yep.
Aren't you amazed that those skirts aren't fireproof?
You'd think they would do that.
All the laws.
No, those are authentic.
Yeah, no, they want to make it real dangerous. They're bored.
Well, you know, they're supposed to be performing death-defying acts.
Dancing.
Dancing with fire. Who wants to see that anyway? I'm glad the guy burned up.
Well, he's not really seriously hurt. He had some second-degree burn.
Oh, that's nothing. I have those.
But it seemed that nobody knew what to do about a fire at that circus.
And tomorrow's show,
Lessons.
speaking of something cool, this guy drills holes in his head because he thinks it's going to help him.
And we're going to have to look at him.
If he thinks it's going to help him.
Be more spiritually enlightened or something.
Like the hole in his head will open himself up to God.
Right. Like the rays can get through or something.
And then really later this week, late in the week, Mark Harris is coming in here. He just got engaged to a woman.
Come on.
Yeah.
Tell us something we can believe.
Guy's flaming, man.
Colin Cowboy.
What woman would marry him?
That's what I want to know. Is she coming?
I hope so. I doubt it.
You think he can really produce a woman?
Homo. I don't know. Mark, you're on the air.
Hey, Mega Dildos.
Schmega.
Hey, Howard, I think you're the greatest thing since marijuana, but Norm Macdonald, he sucks.
Really? I think he's great.
I don't know why you keep going on about him.
I said I like the guy. I think he's funny.
He hasn't made me laugh once.
I think he does that news thing on the Saturday Night Live good.
He doesn't.
Okay, well, hey, that's your opinion.
He always fumbles. He did a cameo 3 weeks ago where he's a cab driver or something. It sucked. I think Dice Clay even now is funnier than him.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I hope you get better. I hope you're not going to get him for.
Oh, please. Hey, Tony, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, how you been? Yo, yo, yo.
In the house.
In the house. What's the dilly, yo?
All right, come on. What's
All
up?
right, Howard, this is serious. I got that new drug at Niagara.
Viagra.
Viagra? For impotence?
Yeah. It's good stuff. I took it yesterday. I got it Friday.
Did you have trouble having an erection?
What was wrong with you?
I can't tell you that. All right, I'll tell you. I take some steroids, sometimes.
Yeah.
And
it left you impotent?
Well, yeah, it didn't make me impotent, but I was like, I get an erection, but it don't stay up. You know what I mean?
Right, from the steroid. Why not stop taking the steroids?
Oh, can't do that.
Well, yeah, I can't do that. But what happened was...
Why, because you want to be big?
Yeah.
All right.
So I take that, and...
Didn't the doctor say to you, why don't you just stop taking steroids?
Well, he didn't know I was taking it.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the new stuff, and I took it...
It worked?
Yeah, real good.
And then you banged a girl?
Oh, awesome, yeah. I mean,
wow.
This girl I'm dating, she's 19. I'm 30. I can't complain,
Right.
So
if a 19-year-old can't get you aroused,
a problem.
I'd get off steroids. I'd be really scared.
Okay, but anyways, this is what happened, Howard. I took it, she like, she's 19, likes to play games and stuff. So I take her out to, we went out to dinner, and afterwards she says, oh, come on, son, let's do this, whatever. So I said, okay, so I hurried up and took the pill,
Yeah.
It takes about 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, but it worked out great.
That's good. You do some foreplay.
Yeah. She likes giving me oral. She hates when I do it to her.
Really?
Yeah, it's dumb. I was like, whatever.
Well, you probably do it lousy.
No, I'm good.
Guys never want to admit they can't do it right.
No, she's good. I'm good. It's just...
What you got to do, man, is be gentle. They love that. It's fine.
I thought she would, too. But, so she let me do it a little bit yesterday, but, she was more interested in just having sex.
Maybe she's uptight. Jackie, you had that.
Oh, boy.
Jackie said he was...
guys don't smell. And you don't know it.
Jackie said he was kissing some girl's neck. He smelled her.
Like it was yesterday.
Like it wafted right up.
Sophomore year at college, I can remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You never get rid of that.
Did you go away or you didn't do her?
I started to pull down her pants, and then I brought my foot up to, pull down her panties with my foot. Oh, yeah. And all of a sudden, the waft came up.
No wonder your nails are falling off.
Oh, it's one of my feet didn't fall off.
I
said, well, I think I got to study. You got to go.
Wow.
It's amazing. He did a one-legged woman, and he turned her down.
RJ.
Yeah.
I don't think I could turn a woman down if she stank. I just would like to stay up by her face and kiss her.
Yeah, I don't think I turned her down as much. But I didn't do what I was
planning to do.
Right. You were going to really give her a good time.
I changed.
Good soldier.
I changed direction.
Tactics.
Right.
Were you when you were considering not doing her? Would you ever tell a woman that she was stinky?
No, I didn't. What would you say?
I don't know. But what if you really love her?
Hippie days, and she looked
like, what if you dig her and she's good looking, and then you go, hey.
Maybe it's a chemical thing. Sometimes there are people who just
stink.
Smell to you because of your chemistry and their chemistry.
Some girls really stink.
Well, that's another thing. That's a hygiene thing.
We were like pals. There was no way to bridge it. It was like, I don't even know if she knows that I changed my mind.
Like you just like a douche.
Like I didn't look at her and go, P.U.
Yeah, right.
Something smells in here.
But, I mean, that can really knock you out.
But I once dated a guy, he always smelled to me, and I know it wasn't dirty. It was just...
I don't know. I always think like they're up to something weird. Like maybe she didn't have a vibrator. Maybe she uses, like, cooked sausage. Let's see, Jerry Springer has on pregnant women face off against their boyfriends, meddling ex-girlfriends.
Oh, gee. So it'll be pregnant women getting beaten on this show today.
That's cool.
Did you hear that he's he's going to tone down the show?
No, why would he do that?
He's crazy because without that, he has nothing.
You know what? He's probably just saying that so people will advertise. Right. His problem is he's got ratings. He has no advertising.
That's it.
Yep. Look at this one. Jerry Springer tomorrow morning. Teenagers who want to become strippers. Cool. Yeah, and they're always pigs.
Big and fat.
Right. See what's on TV tonight if there's anything good. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It looks like a rerun, though.
Really?
I don't know. Buffy's not-so-sweet 17th birthday again in a two-parter. So when they say again, isn't that... Then they have VH1 has a concert with divas, evidently.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. What is going on there?
Well, they've got Aretha Franklin. Does anyone want to still see her?
She's a diva.
Celine Dion, Gloria Estefan, Shania Twain, and Mariah Carey all in one concert. And they're saying in the paper today that Mariah Carey doesn't want to be on stage with Celine Dion.
Yes, apparently she doesn't want to be on stage with anybody.
Yeah, well, why should she?
Why include yourself in this, then?
I don't know. Why don't we call her? She'd probably say, I don't care if I'm on stage with Celine Dion. I don't know what you're talking about.
People make these things up.
Yeah, maybe.
She doesn't have to be there, surely.
Then,
But are you interested in listening to that concert at all?
No. Hey, have you seen the HBO thing with Tom Hanks? You know, that series?
Oh, I haven't been watching that astronaut series he's done.
Well, the first one I watched really sucked.
Yeah?
I was like, wow, they put $65 million into these things and they suck. But Gary tells me he saw the second one and the third and the fourth one. I didn't realize there were that many.
Oh, yeah, it's a 12-part series.
Yeah, but I didn't realize they already ran so many of them.
I didn't either.
He said they were great,
really?
Except for the first one. And I didn't. Why would you put the worst one on first?
They said that I even read in the papers. They gave reviewers the first one, and they said it was like a little slow and dull.
Yeah.
But the second one wasn't slow and dull at all. The second one was about the guys who burned up in the capsule.
Hey, would you call HBO, ask them if I have a couple of tapes?
Yeah, they'll send them to you.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
I'd like to see that.
I just taped 3 and 4 on Sunday night. It's going to be on every Sunday night.
You love a series, don't you?
Yeah, I like something good. I also like stuff on the big screen because I got that 100-inch screen. And I like space stuff up there. It looks really cool. That's why I watch Babylon 5. Yeah.
But you're going to watch all 12 parts, huh?
Oh, I'll watch them if they're good. If they suck, I'm gone. I'd like to watch the X-Files, but I want to see it from the beginning to the end.
Well, you can't do that.
I want all the tapes. How do I get those? And I don't want some listeners sending me with this bad quality tape. Who wants to watch that?
One guy said that I had missed one of the episodes, and I got one from Chris Carter's office. So just tell him you want them.
No, I want them all.
Who's Chris Carter?
Chris Carter's the producer and the writer. He's the
guy who
created the show. Yeah.
Hey, stupid. I want them all.
Howard, I think you can rent them, can't you?
No, they have some on, but you can't rent.
It's bogus.
Yeah,
you can only rent a couple, and it's like, I'm not interested in that.
It's like their idea of what the best ones are.
Yeah, but who cares? You know?
So send them all.
Okay. That's what I need. I need that. Hey, where's that sexually transmitted guy?
We're going to go to him in just a couple minutes.
Really? You got any questions about sexually transmitted diseases, or you want me to blow this off?
No, let's find out how you get them and what they are and what to do about them.
Well, what are they? There's AIDS.
And herpes.
Herpes.
And VD. And does anybody get gonorrhea anymore?
nobody cares because you can cure it.
Right.
The only ones I care about are herpes and AIDS.
And the genital warts, because
Yeah.
I don't understand how you burn them off and they never come back if it's like the same as herpes. Or
I'll tell you one thing, genital warts, if a woman gets them, they say
That's
she's likely to get cervical cancer.
And I doubt if they can go in and burn those off.
Oh, yes, they can.
Really?
They burn warts off your cervix.
Oh.
Yeah. Very common.
Wow. Really?
Yep. I've had it done to myself twice.
Oh, your cervix is all
Oh, yeah.
Howard, besides that one you had when you were like in high school, how many have you had?
What, sexual diseases?
Did you really have a sexually transmitted disease in high
No.
school?
What did I have?
Your mom took you to the doctor?
Yeah, I thought I had gonorrhea.
And what was it?
Nothing. I just had it in my head.
It's like every doctor's appointment.
Well, I had a big summer of sex, like with about 10 different women or something. Some ridiculous amount. Like I got lucky, like I was Mr. Popularity for the summer. And I figured, I'm feeling sluggish. The worst I got, at the least I got mono. At the worst I got syphilis or gonorrhea.
That was the only symptom that made you go to the doctor?
No, I felt sluggish.
But
And
you
I felt
saw nothing on your genitals or anything?
No.
No
You didn't-
burning sensation,
No,
nothing?
no. But I didn't have any. Tested me. But,
So did you tell your mother why you wanted to go to the doctor?
yeah. The doctor was like, you want your mother in here? I go, yeah, why not? I don't care. I got nothing to hide. I'm proud. I'm proud I got laid. I'm not a girl.
You're advertised.
If I was a girl, I'd keep it quiet. You know? If you're a guy and you get a disease, it's like, wow, you got laid?
Badge of courage.
Yeah, right.
How many of you had, Jackie?
Crabs, about 40 or 50 times.
Oh.
No, I think I had it like 3 times.
You know,
You've never had one of the big ones?
No.
in the 70s, it was great. Girls were on the pill. You didn't really worry about disease. And the worst thing you got was crabs. That was it.
Yeah.
Now you get everything.
Yeah, the only guys that got VD were like the guys that went to the service, you know.
Yeah.
They now say 50% of our population has herpes. 50%. Oral or genital. Wow. That means like 3 people in this room have it.
Is there 6 people here?
Yep.
No.
Do you think anybody on the show has it?
Of course. Of course
Who
they
is
do.
it?
You.
Oh.
With that anal sex.
Oh, man.
Loving anal sex.
She has anal warts.
Of course people have it. What do you think Jackie had on his nose the other day? Of course.
That nose still isn't quite cleared up.
Because I knew a girl who dated a guy who had herpes.
Right.
And it was like a whole thing. You know, they had to have sex when they could have sex, but if he was in remission, it was okay. But if it got if it was
If you had a sore.
Right. If it came up, then they had to wear a condom, and they weren't supposed to have sex. It was like.
But most guys get a sore, or women get a sore like once or twice a year. I think. I got to ask this guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you if there was like the hottest girl in the world came in and she had herpes, and you knew it only came up once or twice a year? Would you date her?
Yeah, but
what?
I'd wear rubber.
Every time.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right?
Yep.
So you still do it?
I don't know. I'm so skeeved out by that.
As long as she did, but how would you know when she had a sore? You have to really examine it.
I
don't know if I want to do a whole exam.
I'd probably pass on it.
You would pass.
It's for life, man.
Right. Good point. I don't know. Who is she? Is she like
a scores girl? Like one of those
scores?
great
No,
girls?
but if
No,
it's
no. But suppose it's Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
And we're not saying anybody has anything.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And what about you, Gary? No?
No, I'm no. What about
Pamela Anderson?
If she has no sores or anything, and you can't get it?
Oh,
yeah.
I probably do it with her once, but not long term. I wear a condom and do it once.
Hey, here's the dude himself. Hey, Doc. This is Dr. Trofatter.
Trofatter?
Yeah.
Where do these names come from?
I don't know. Why can't everybody...
It's actually Trofatter. They just never figured it out.
Oh, Trofatter. Doc, where are you from?
I'm in Cleveland, Ohio at Mount Sinai Medical Center.
That's a good one. What medical school did you go to?
I went to Duke.
Oh, that's a guy? Okay, this guy knows his stuff.
Oh, okay. Does that qualify me?
All right, listen. Let's say you meet a chick. She's really hot.
Uh-huh.
But she got herpes.
Uh-huh.
She says she has no sores or anything. No open sores?
Sure.
Can you bang her without a rubber?
You're always taking a chance, Howard. You're always taking a chance.
You can still get it.
Pardon?
You can still get it?
Sure can.
Really? And you're also taking her word.
Well, yeah. What are you going to do? You're taking everybody. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, anytime you go to bed with someone, you're taking their word.
Right, but that's why you wear a condom now, because of AIDS, because you don't want to take anybody's word.
Right. Can you get AIDS from oral sex?
Yes. Sure can.
So get a dental dam, right?
What do you mean? You mean if a girl gives you oral, she can give you AIDS?
It can happen.
It's rare, though.
I'm sorry?
Rare?
It's probably rare, but it still can happen.
But it's still there. The chance is there.
Right.
1 in a million?
No, I can't give you those odds.
Give me odds, baby.
Maybe worse than that. Listen, the reason...
Because I know tons of guys who go around getting oral, and they go, you know why? Because his risk of disease is low.
Right, they think that it's safer.
But you get herpes.
You can get herpes, you can get genital warts, you can get...
you can get genital warts from oral sex?
Oh, yes, you can.
From a woman?
In fact, that's the topic. That's the reason we're actually talking with you today, because this month has been designated as National Sexually Transmitted Disease Awareness Month.
See, I'm talking to a buddy of mine, and he says to me, listen, he's single. He's a good-looking guy, gets tons of women. He goes, I always get oral sex from women more than even intercourse, because I figure, look, my chance of disease is low. But you're telling me he can get warts, herpes, and AIDS.
Absolutely.
What are the odds he could get herpes from one sexual contact?
Well, it depends on whether someone has any obvious disease at the time that's going on. You know, the ability to transmit these viruses in particular are directly correlated with the presence of disease. But
how do you get herpes? I mean, like, let's say you don't have
Where do these things come from?
Let's say you have no cut on your schween. So, how does the herpes get on you? From the saliva? Hey, stump the doc.
Yeah, no. Certainly, it's in fluids. And people can have it on their lips. People can, because it causes fever blisters too. And you can be excreting the virus without even having any obvious source. And that's part of the problem with many of these diseases.
And how does it get into the guy's skin? Like what is?
You don't have to have a break in your skin in order to get it.
Right, you do actually. And any kind of sexual relationship, be it oral or genital or anal, whatever, that there's enough very small breaks that occur in the skin as a result of that, that it makes it easy to introduce these things.
Wow.
Yeah. So where do they come from in the first place?
I'm afraid they've grown up with humans over time, Robin.
Why can't they find a cure for AIDS and herpes? What is so difficult?
Anybody working on the herpes cure?
I feel like doctors today are lazy. Years ago, they would all band together to get a cure for polio going right away.
Right. You get these diseases and you group up and you start investigating them.
Yeah.
The point in fact is we don't have good cures for any viral diseases, and particularly viruses like herpes and human papillomaviruses. And
now, what's human papilloma? Is that the warts?
Yeah, human papillomaviruses are a big problem. They're probably as common, if not more common, than herpes. They affect at least 30 million people in this country alone.
How many people have herpes?
Pardon?
How many people have herpes?
It's on the same order.
30 million? How many people are there in America?
It's a couple 100 million.
Well, overall, in terms of herpes infection, sure, maybe 100 million plus people in the United States have it, but not all have genital herpes, and I think that's the difference. But human papillomaviruses cause about 30 to 40 million, affect about 30 to 40 million people, cost our healthcare system over $4 billion a year alone in the U.S.
Isn't it true when a woman gets warts, 9 times out of 10 she'll get cervical cancer?
No, actually,
spreading your
that's an interesting story. Most of the genital, there are more than 80 different types of human papillomaviruses, and the ones that cause the warts are usually the ones least likely to cause cancer. But the problem is these things travel in groups, and you can get a virus that affects the cervix. That's one of what we call the high-risk types that can eventually result in cervical cancer. In fact, you don't have to have had warts or anything to develop cervical cancer over time. We're lucky in this country with the screening tests we have. Only maybe 6,000 women die of cervical cancer each year, but worldwide you're talking 300,000 to 400,000 or more.
Hey,
so it's a big problem.
See, no one ever talks about this stuff. Seriously.
Human papillomavirus in particular, not a lot of people know a lot about. That's the reason for this.
I don't know why they don't teach this in schools.
30 million people have that.
Yeah, 30 million. And within 10 years it'll be probably more. It'll probably be 200 million.
Right. It's one of those things that 80 to 90% of people that have it don't even know they have it.
Hey, so you're in your line of work, you see lots of vaginas, huh?
Wow. Sure do.
Jeez, that's great.
But why do people not know they have it?
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say, Doc?
No, you said, geez, that's great. Well, it depends on what they have.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of a long day, does it take you a long time to wash your hands?
Wash my hands? Why would I ever want to do that, Howard?
I don't know.
What was my question? You made me forget.
What's the difference? Well, let's see. Other people have questions for the doc, and it is the Awareness Month or something. So, hey, John, go ahead.
Hi, is it true you can get a girl pregnant through anal sex?
Can you get a girl pregnant from anal sex? I bet you can. Beef, or does that turn you off?
I just floss real well afterwards.
Super. You married man?
Yes, sir.
I think in your line of work you'd have to be like, you wouldn't want to be screwing around. You see all these warts.
Yeah, you deal with this every day.
You're not kidding. Hey, Tanya, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to tell folks that as part of this campaign this month, that there's some free information available from the American Social Health Association that really helps people open up to their doctors and their healthcare providers about human papillomavirus and other STDs. There's a free brochure that's available. There's an 800 number. I don't know whether you want that right now or not, but
yeah, go ahead. Let it rip.
1-800-677-4100.
And what do? You answer questions on there?
And, that's to get the free brochure, and there's some other lines they can direct you to as far as questions about these conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's really important.
It sure is. Hey, Carl, you're on the air.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Doc, I got a question for you.
Sure.
I lived in Vegas for about 9 years, and I did get some warts on the side of my shaft, and I had them removed.
Right. How did you have them removed? How did they
The doctor injected me. He stuck a needle in me, numbed me, and then he burnt them off with a soldering iron.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Good Lord.
And they stayed away?
Branded.
Yeah.
In all honesty, that's part of the reason I'm on the phone today, too, is for years, that's the kind of archaic approach we've had to treating this condition.
You're kidding. What is the real approach?
Now we find, within the past year...
Hack it off.
Yeah, within the past year, we finally got a drug available that's developed by 3M Pharmaceuticals called Aldara that stimulates the immune system to fight this stuff off. And it's a remarkable drug. It works better than anything else.
And you're saying that the warts will fall off?
Well... I'm saying, the success rate with this drug is better than all these other things we've done in the past.
No kidding.
We've burned these things. We've lasered them.
But John had it. He said they went away for good.
Yeah, and he said he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, well, men are lucky. But you can't see the warts, but the virus is still there.
Hey, but here's what happened. The night of my wedding.
You mean John still has the virus?
Right.
What did you say? In the wedding night you had a what?
Yeah, the night of my wedding I get this outbreak. I get these like, they look like little pin blisters.
Sure.
It was so painful.
That's herpes.
Unbelievable. They went away like 3 days later. They never ever came back again. I went to this doctor, dermatologist. He says, it's probably herpes. He says, you'll probably get an outbreak regularly. I've never had an outbreak again, ever.
No, yeah, your doctor was right. That's probably was herpes. And some people that do have genital herpes don't have an outbreak again. Usually those are the folks that are infected with the herpes type that usually causes fever blisters.
Yeah.
That's less likely to recur over and over.
Never had a fever blister in my life. I mean, that's the weird thing. Somebody told me it's a part of your nervous system. I think I was really nervous getting married because I was playing the field a long time living in Vegas, and I thought
Well, what are you saying? Some people get herpes and it never reoccurs?
Right.
And then some people get it.
Can they transmit it then?
Do they transmit it?
They can. If they have... herpes isn't quite like human papillomavirus. The human papillomavirus lives right in the skin. Herpes it sort of lives in the central nervous system, and then when it gets reactivated, it migrates back to the skin.
And what happens when you get an outbreak? Does it hurt?
Yeah, usually herpes causes some discomfort, yes.
So can I still transmit this to somebody even though it never comes back?
You possibly could, but the chance of it is a lot smaller if you don't have a recurrence.
Yeah, I've never had another recurrence. All right, thank you very much, Howard.
Okay, man.
And what about John? He was saying John could still have the virus even though he doesn't see
It most likely does have the virus.
Yeah.
These are viruses that live within our bodies forever, Robin. Things like chickenpox virus, for example, same kind of thing. Once you've got that, you've got it forever. And herpes and human papillomavirus.
Now, what happens with herpes? You get pain or something?
Well, usually when you get a recurrence with herpes, you may not have pain, but usually you get little blisters that you can see, and they may itch or be a little bit irritated. Sometimes they're painful.
Wow.
But the bottom line is sometimes they can recur without any symptoms whatsoever.
My balls ache a lot, but I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I don't know, man. That's a whole nother story.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, so...
But you're saying they can do something about all of these things?
Well, we can't cure any of these things.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have much better medications than we had even 10 or 15 years ago. I mean, we have some very, very good drugs for controlling herpes.
Like what? What do you take?
Or for herpes, there are a combination of drugs out there, things like acyclovir or Valtrex and Famvir. They're very specific drugs.
And what happens? It gets rid of the symptoms?
It actually stops the virus from growing.
No kidding. What do you mean stops the virus?
It doesn't cure it from your body. In the case of human papillomavirus, I said we now have a drug that actually helps the immune system recognize what's there. It's sort of like giving yourself a vaccine by using the drug.
So you use the drug and then maybe you won't get a reoccurrence?
Well, you may have fewer recurrences. It's hard to say at this point. because any of these things can recur if they're still in your body. But it seems to be as effective as your own natural immunity would be. And usually people that clear their disease completely in terms of genital warts, for example, usually have a very, very low recurrence rate.
Hey, what about Gary? He had something called chlamydia. Is that still in his system?
No, chlamydia is one of those things we can cure. Things like gonorrhea and syphilis and chlamydia, that if you treat those, if you have a healthy immune system, if you treat those with antibiotics, they go away, and until you catch them again, they're gone.
And people still are getting venereal diseases like gonorrhea.
Well, unfortunately, there's sort of been a downplaying, it seems, recently, and I think that's one of the dangers of this area right now. Sexually transmitted diseases are as common as they ever were. In fact, in the case of herpes and human papillomavirus, the epidemic's actually increasing. But people have been lulled into submission because of HIV.
What a drag.
Yeah, and that's really bad because, people are getting cocky again. And they're,
right. You can't even get laid. Cocky's a good word, Doc. Let's see. This is, who is this? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Tanya, go ahead.
Hey, I'm an AIDS educator here in New York City, and I just want to thank you for this great discussion.
Sure.
I'm having such a fun...
good?
You're telling me we did something right?
Definitely.
So take you off the air, Howard. Watch it.
Yeah, I got to throw you off, Doc. I'm getting complimented.
It's so unique to have people talk frankly about sex organs and sex and disease.
Yeah.
It makes my job a lot easier.
I know, because once you get it, it's like you're like, oh, man.
Right.
I didn't know I was going to get this.
Right. Well, can I ask the doctor a question?
I'll try to answer.
How do some of these diseases sort of affect people's ability to have children, and then how can they affect children once they are born to people who have them and maybe don't know?
Yeah, it depends on which one you choose. In the case of herpes, of course, herpes can infect babies at the time that the baby's coming through the birth canal.
So they better get a C-section.
And well, if you know it's there at the time, and the problem with that is the baby's immune system doesn't work so well, and in the past this has caused. It's basically been a devastating problem for babies in terms of killing them. Human papillomavirus has been a lot more subtle than that. Fortunately, the attack rate's very low on babies, but they can get warts basically growing in their windpipe and in their larynx, and it can be a very serious problem, very difficult problem to treat. Again, because their immune system doesn't work.
So let's say you want to get some like oral sex, right?
Pardon?
Let's say you want to get oral sex.
Sure.
Okay. So you go with some broad.
Mm-hmm.
You better ask her if she's got herpes.
Well, you can ask her if she's had.
Or she has warts.
Pardon?
They can have warts in their mouth?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Do they know they have warts in their mouth?
Oftentimes, no.
Oh.
But it's the same viruses that cause genital herpes.
Damn. We're all doomed.
We're all doomed. You're right.
Man, Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, how you doing? I got a couple of questions. First, one for the doctor, actually.
If you had a question for me, you'll probably get some half-truth.
Well, my ex had herpes, and it basically caused us to break up, which is good. Anyway,
too bad.
She had...
You're saying that's too bad, Doc?
Yeah, I think people overreact to sexually transmitted. They're so common.
It's not even really so much as to her telling me this, but apparently one night she had some kind of black discharge.
A black discharge?
Black discharge?
Yeah, black, like mud.
She was still alive, right?
Yeah.
Doc, you ever hear of black discharge?
Doc, what causes that?
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like she was bleeding or had some old blood in there for some reason. But go ahead with the story.
There's that, and then she...
Was this from, like she had sex with the Harlem Globetrotters or something? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What did he say? He said what on her ovaries?
She had what?
I guess kind of like tumors. Could that have been caused by the herpes, or is that something completely different?
No. Once you get that far inside, herpes and human papillomaviruses don't cause problems. Now, chlamydia and gonorrhea certainly can, and she might have had a pelvic infection of some sort that did involve her tubes and ovaries and uterus.
Man.
But it's hard to say from what you've just...
I don't get that far inside. I'll tell you the truth.
Not many people can.
I don't get that much problem. I don't really go there. I'm no Tommy Lee, that's for sure. Okay, one more question. Edward, go ahead.
Hey, I was just wondering if it was herpes was something you could pass on to your kid.
Yeah, we just said, he just talked
I said,
about
if your wife gives birth and you got the herpes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So have her get a C-section. Right, Doc?
If they have active disease at the time they're delivering, we encourage them to have a C-section.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man. Damn. It's no fun, man. I remember the 70s.
It was fun then.
It was fun back then.
It was great. All the girls were on the pill, so you got crabs. Maybe the clap at the worst. Damn. Any chance of a cure for herpes, warts, or AIDS, any of these things?
You know, there's never been a vaccine that was developed that could cure something once you had one of these things. There's never been to that point. You know, I'm hoping that some of these drugs like this Aldara I talked about, you know, will actually educate our immune systems to the point that we can either keep things under better control or maybe even someday result in a cure for certain conditions. But, you know, we're a long way away from that.
Yeah, and we're never going to get these things fixed because guys got to get oral sex without a rubber. I mean, you ever have oral sex with a rubber?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. It's awful.
I think I'll defer on that for the time being.
I'm being serious.
You've had that?
Oral sex with a rubber?
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
How do you know whether it's
Oh,
good or
come
not?
on. What are you, nuts? It sounds kind of stupid.
But that's still what we encourage folks to do at this point, particularly if you don't know your partner real well.
Right. Kevin, what is it?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
I had one question.
Go ahead.
If you have a cold sore on your lip and you're pleasuring your woman, it's transmittable.
Is that it?
Yeah.
In fact, that's often the way women will get it.
I see.
Why, you been doing that?
No, she won't let me touch her when I got one.
She's a wise woman.
Yeah, well, of course. How long does a cold sore last on your lip?
3 or 4 days, and it turns to a scab.
Yeah, so once it's gone, is he safe to do that to his girl?
Well, you know, this is one of those situations where if he has recurrences frequently on his lip, he ought to use some of those anti-herpes medications we talked about. Because
I use Zorvac.
Zavirax,
Yeah.
You use the cream or the tablets or capsules?
Cream.
Yeah, the cream doesn't work so well as the capsules and things do over time. So, you know, if you're going to really control things a little bit better...
How often you getting that on your lip?
Every couple of weeks I get one.
Right.
Wow.
You'd probably be on suppression if you're worried about that. Because the problem with these things is you can express the virus, you can be excreting the virus before you develop the cold sore. So you might be most infectious right before you actually break out.
See?
So you're making your girl happy, but at the same time you're giving her herpes of the genitalia.
Well, if he's real good at it, it might be worth it.
Yeah.
I got a great tongue, Howard.
I bet you do, pal. Leave it in your mouth, though. Sylvia, go ahead. One last one.
Yeah, hi. I have human papilloma, and I've had a LEAP procedure done.
What's that?
Last year, where they skim the cervix to take away the warts.
Yeah.
It's like they scoop out the tissue that's infected with the virus and cause the cell abnormalities.
Right, that's what they did. They took it all out, and every 3 months I go to my gynecologist to have it looked at, and it's looking okay so far.
Right.
But I'm wondering, when I decide to have children, how is this going to affect my pregnancy since...
Number one, papillomaviruses don't interfere with you getting pregnant.
Right, but what about holding the child? Since
there are some concerns that during pregnancy the virus might get reactivated, but most of the time, once you've cleared it completely, you're not at great risk for transmitting it. The other side of this is that I don't know what kind of abnormality you have of your.
She's worried about when she has the baby if she can hold the baby.
Here's the point.
She can hold the baby.
She can hold the baby. That's not a problem. But if she had a bad abnormality of her pap smear, for example, and that's what they took off, that's almost non-infectious for the most part because the cells there aren't really making new virus anymore. They've become abnormal cells, but they're not necessarily making new virus.
Man.
And the point is, you're not going to pass that along to your baby.
Yeah, you're cold. Don't worry about it.
So I wouldn't have to do a cesarean section?
No.
One other
if we did cesarean sections on every woman that had an abnormal pap smear, we would never do any vaginal deliveries, basically.
What is it, Carl?
Yeah, I have basically a question for the doctor. I contracted herpes cold sore, herpes simplex, on my eyeball.
How do you get that?
On my cornea from kissing a girl.
Right.
You kissed a girl and you got a herpes on your eyeball?
I didn't even get no play.
Right.
Ooh.
The next day she broke out with a cold sore.
Right.
You hear this, Robin?
I heard it, yeah.
Doc, is that possible?
Yes, no, absolutely. Eye herpes is a very serious problem. And again, this raises the issue that I just raised before, and that is you can be very infectious before you even break out.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, what happened was really insane. A scar developed on my cornea, and it came back every now and again. And the doctors were treating me with acyclovir, Valtrex, the whole nine, right? And steroid drops to reduce the scarring.
Right.
It kept getting worse and worse as I had subsequent outbreaks.
Right.
Finally, was referred to a homeopath. Not to be confused with a homopath.
Were you cockeyed?
Oh, no! And now I'm cockeyed.
All right. Well, hey, here's the point. This is what Dr. Troffutter. It's a hard name to say. What is that? You a Yid?
No, it's actually an old German name. My family's been in this country for almost 300 years.
Troffutter.
Yeah.
Anyway, Doc Troffutter is here to say, look, if you need some information on any of these diseases, you call 1-800-677-4100. It's out of control out there. Be a little careful. Be a lot careful.
Yeah. Now I wear a Viking suit and
yeah. I hear you.
Football helmet when I go in.
Yeah. I say don't go in.
Exactly.
It's so sick, isn't it, Doc?
It's a real problem.
Like all of a sudden now you got to just be with one person.
Maybe that was why things ended up the way they did as far as selection goes.
I tell you, life's a bitch, man.
Can be.
It's a bitch.
What are you complaining about?
Look at all these guys. Guy's got it on his eye.
You've got it awfully good.
My luck is I'll kiss some broad and I'll get it on my eye. I'll kiss Jackie and I'll get it.
Oh.
Damn. So many people are calling. They need help. All right, here's a guy.
Okay, you got one more call?
All right, yeah. What's the matter?
Hey, listen. Hey, how you doing, Howard? Morning.
Good morning.
Listen, I'd like a question for the doc. I have something on my scrotum. I've been with the same partner for like about 9 years, and I'm married now. And there's these bumps that appeared on my scrotum about maybe, I'm going to say, almost 5 years ago. And my wife is perfectly fine.
Right. Well, you may have a human papillomavirus infection.
What in the heck is that?
But it may be
warts.
It may have developed something called Boenoid papulosis, which is it's sort of a skin cancer, but not one that's going to eat you alive, that sort of thing.
Right.
And it may have come from an exposure, even before you got married. That's the problem with these things. You don't know exactly when you caught them.
So it could have been dormant, you mean?
It could have been dormant, and you ought to go see a dermatologist or urologist about it to have them take a look at it. And the other part of that is, your wife may not have the virus at all. She may be one of these people.
Yeah. Take 2 aspirin and wash your nuts and call me in the morning.
Wait a minute. Was the doctor saying that some people are immune to these things?
Yeah, some people have a natural immunity to certain things.
How do you get that?
That's what I need.
Again, it's natural. It's something you're born with.
Let's study those people.
Yeah, really.
Well, it's a hard group of folks.
I wish my wife was here, man.
I'm sorry?
I wish my wife was here so she could further tell you what they look like,
Well, dude, you could look at them.
Well,
I think you two have got to get together, and go see a doctor about it.
Yeah, go ahead. What is it, Michelle? Real quick. Well, I'll let you have the last word, Doc. Always floss after eating.
Oh, my God.
She hit the lottery. Dr. Troffutter?
Troffutter.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're a good guest, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for helping us out. This is something Sexually Transmitted Awareness Month. 1-800...
Yeah, Sexually Transmitted Disease Awareness Month.
1-800-677-4100. Can people talk to you, or they get some other
No, they'll talk to some other folks there who can direct them to other people.
But they're knowledgeable like you?
They're knowledgeable, yes.
Okay, man.
Take care.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, I'm so goddamn horny, and I'm as drunk as a louse. Nice and loaded, I want to use my mouth. I want to use my mouth. I want to use my mouth. Oh, please, pull your pants off so I can go down south. When I see your python, I want to use my mouth.
Howard says he's the father of Jodie Foster's baby. Oh, behave, baby. How could he do that with bits and pieces so tiny?
The Howard Stern Show.
Hell yeah, bro. What do you think of Howard Stern? No comment.
Howard
Stern is second-rate, and he lives third-rate. Howard Stern is that infamous radio personality who hit the big time because of his gutter mouth. And Howard Stern, I was just told, because I don't listen to Howard Stern because he's boring. Howard Stern this morning was knocking me on the air. Howard Stern wants me to attack him, so he'll feel important. Howard Stern with his long, ugly, hippie hair that went out in the 60s. Howard Stern with his reliance on smut and filth. He has no talent, no wit. He's not Lenny Bruce. There's never a perspective he has on anything because he has no values. Howard Stern is empty radio. He is static. Howard Stern is so bad that he makes us look good.
I can't police the world, darling.
Howard is funny, intriguing, and so talented.
Who's that?
Then again, so is that whale from Free Willy.
The Howard Stern Show.
Great state's the future!
This guy's crazy. Who was that girl? Hey, anyway, no one knows. Okay. Jen's bad implants on the E! Show tonight. Don't miss tonight's scientific episode when Jen stops by to display her new but oddly shaped breast implants. Are Jen's nipples actually cockeyed? Did something go horribly wrong? You decide tonight on the greatest show ever on television, the E! Show, on the mighty E! Network, which is in like 40 million households or 50. Who knows? Who cares? If you have it, watch it. Baba Booey gets weird appearances, like appearance requests. Mm-hmm. You were in the middle of telling me this.
Yeah, well, sometimes I get a bunch of Jackie's old appearance requests to go to bachelor parties, which I've never done and will never do.
Jackie used to do that?
Yeah, Jackie used to do bachelor parties. But I won't go to those.
Why?
Because you go into like some stranger's house, some guy, they might beat you up or something.
Stuttering John will do it.
Yeah.
He's desperate for money.
But this appearance is one of the weirdest I've ever gotten. So there's a doctor in Cleveland, right? Mm-hmm. And he must have a lot of money, and he throws this big party every year to open up his pool. So he calls it the Magic Kingdom Party.
Yeah.
And he puts these golden arches in front of his house, and he dresses these midgets up, to everyone has to walk through the golden arches.
What kind of doctor is he?
Midgets at his house?
Just at the front for the golden arches. There's jugglers. There's hypnotists, there's blackjack, there's all this stuff going on. There's going to be a swimsuit contest. And this is my favorite part. Every year he tries to make it a little bit more special. So this year, a skydiver's going to come in.
You can do that legally?
Yeah, the skydiver's going to dive into his backyard and pour a martini to start the party.
Oh, geez.
So he wants me to cut the ribbon and then help judge the swimsuit contest.
How much are you going to pay you for that?
Well, I don't know. I haven't discussed price with him yet.
Are you going to do it?
I might.
If it's enough money.
Yeah, I might do it. I did that guy's birthday party last year, right? Did I tell you about that?
No.
It was a really wealthy stockbroker. It was his 35th birthday, right? He keeps his private plane and private jet in a hangar up in Westchester. So when you went in, you had to give your plane ticket to get in. There was a whole spread of food. Then a guy comes with a big megaphone and says the plane is now boarding. Everybody went into another room. He had top of the line catering, about 100 people. And then I introduced the talent for the evening, which was the Temptations.
You should skydive into that guy's party. You know what? What does he want you to do? Cut a ribbon? You should cut it with your teeth.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It'll be fun.
The gnawing of the ribbon.
I bet you'd pay a fortune for that. That's a weird. Man, you get some weird requests.
That's one of the more interesting ones.
I say if the guy's going to pay you, it's a cool party. Why not?
Yeah, because it's a lot easier than trying to draw people.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about whether people will show up. You don't have to be there.
Yeah, you're at a closed party.
It's not your job, yeah.
Right. Just there to mingle.
And you stay at these parties and mingle?
Well, I've never done
got him.
But you were at this birthday party.
Oh, the birthday party, I signed pictures for an hour during the cocktail hour.
That's his talent. Signing his name. Hey, why not? Hey, the Kielbasa Queen tells me she just got new breast implants.
What?
She's now double D.
Yeah, she went crazy. She didn't tell me about this.
She's got these huge breasts on that little body now?
Too bad she didn't have that in the movie. Kielbasa.
Hey.
You got double Ds now?
You've got double Ds now.
Are they nice?
Yeah. The General bought them for me.
No kidding. How much?
$6,000.
Oof. Come in and show us.
Yeah, I want to. My girlfriend Lisa Lips is in town this week. She's 112 Triple L dancing at Flash Dancers.
All right, everybody, come on down. I'd like to see him, okay?
We're going to come in and have big boob day.
Okay, baby.
Yeah?
Later.
Cool.
Yep. Why not?
Amazing. What are these women doing?
I don't know.
Haven't they heard of Loretta Lynn?
What happened to Loretta Lynn?
Loretta Lynn had her 25-year-long breast implants removed.
Loretta Lynn, who's that?
The country western singer, coal miner's daughter.
The one that just died?
She's not dead. That's Tammy Wynette.
What?
The other pig.
The other pig. Loretta Lynn had breast implants?
Yes. She says, she told Country Weekly magazine recently,
Yeah.
you women out there that have silicone breast implants, it is dangerous.
Yeah, well, tell that bozo country bumpkin people have saline.
Have them jerked out.
And some of them was made of coal. That's why they call me the coal miner's daughter.
She had them removed in January because she said leaking silicone had attached to her nerve endings, her rib cage, and her backbone.
Big deal.
It was a mess. It was all over.
She looked good.
She added, without surgery, I would have died. Actress Jenny McCarthy and talk show host Jenny Jones have also recently planted themselves in the anti-enlargement camp.
Yeah, but Jenny McCarthy still has hers.
Yeah, I don't think she's deflating herself.
No.
But she's telling everybody else not to.
You know another one? Stevie Nicks.
She had breast implants?
Apparently, and the weird item that I saw in the...
And why would she get fat? You know, I never understand a chick. She wants big breasts to look good. And she lets herself get fat, so why bother? You know?
But the weird part is she took them out and she keeps them in the refrigerator.
What?
Why?
I don't know.
Because she wants to be weird.
I think so.
She is weird.
But
Seriously
I think that was in the Inquirer.
She has them in the refrigerator.
She keeps them in the refrigerator.
I don't believe that. I don't buy that.
But I think it's wacky that Jenny McCarthy is telling people not to get breast enlarged.
Yeah, sure. She built her whole career on it. Whatever career is left.
Oh, now she regrets it.
Yeah. Well, she had pretty nice boobs before she went and got them. Because I saw pictures of her in Playboy.
Right.
Before her booby job.
Yeah.
And she looked pretty good. You know, she had pretty nice cans.
Yeah, baby.
They should put Jenny McCarthy in the refrigerator. And her boobs.
Hey, groovy, baby.
Like a doctor should look at her and go, you know what, you don't need these.
So now these women who are getting these big balloon-type implants in their chest, they're getting saline?
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you the Kielbasa Queen has saline.
She could helium.
That'd be funny. See, she'd do
She'd
that.
always stay up.
She's a party girl.
2 Hindenburgs.
Yeah. You know what's weird? I was watching TV. You know, they still run that show on public television, the guy who paints.
Oh, you're kidding. He's dead.
He's dead.
They're still running that?
I think so, yeah. It's weird. Guy's dead. This is I'm going to draw a tree right now, and it's very simple, very simple. But what you do is just like draw a line and see.
I'm going to mix a little blue
and green. Man,
red.
You could never do it.
And see? You just put these all those little leaves.
Then I like when he goes, we're going to have some fun now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to draw a straight line.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun now. We're going to end in 2 trees.
You know, I don't like it to be too leafy. So
yeah, I hated that guy.
I put a little white in because I don't like a too leafy.
Yeah, but, I mean, the guy was talented, but I kind of don't like his whole attitude, like that whispering. Like, why is he whispering? You mean you got to be
like
quiet?
A golf commentator.
Yeah. There's nobody else in the room that's going to be disturbed. Talk up.
Gentle artist.
Yeah. Now, what we're going to be doing is, let's have some fun. We're going to draw some water. And,
I think I'll work on the sky today.
Make some real fluffy clouds. I like that comedian who does. Today we're going to draw the rice paddies in Vietnam.
And he loses.
Then he loses and he's like, little yellow. Then we put a little yellow gook right here. I shot and killed when I... Who does that, Joey Cola?
Yeah,
that's a good bit. We should have him do that over the phone. Like, just call him. It's Joey Cola.
He's probably listening.
Yeah.
He may not be allowed to talk to us.
Why?
Because his job is warming up the audience for Rosie O'Donnell.
He can talk to us. He don't care.
But, you know, I used to watch that guy all the time, and it looked so simple. And there was always this moment where, like, if you blinked, I don't know, it just got... You couldn't follow along, you know what I mean? Like, say, I could do that, and then all of a sudden it was like a real picture.
Joey writes for Rosie O'Donnell?
No, he's the warm-up for the audience.
But somebody said he writes for her, too.
Oh.
He might now. They're good pals.
What is there to write, though? I've seen her show. She doesn't say anything funny.
All that stuff that the guy... Remember the guy with the garbage?
Hi, little person. Hi.
Hello, little person.
I saw one of his plugs, and it says that he was, one of the writers now. So
yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm almost sure he is.
Yeah, he can call in, though, can't he? Or is that like a verboten?
Could be verboten.
Is she that much of a Nazi that she has to control the writers and what they do?
That's what I heard.
Oh.
Because remember when that guy came up with her garbage and we saw all the stuff she reads?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to write that.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, that stuff for the night before.
Oh, the intros.
Yeah. Joey writes that stuff?
Somebody has to write it.
Too bad he's a talented guy. What a waste.
Well, Joey did that once for us at our comedy riot, so maybe we have tape of it, him doing that bit.
Do you? Yeah, go find that. Give you something to do.
Yeah, that's on TV.
It's a good bit. I'm going to draw the rice paddies. You know, obviously, I spent a couple of years in Vietnam. And
Little yellow.
Little yellow. Little yellow.
That is a funny
Yeah, it's a good bit.
Little yellow right behind his bush.
Hiding.
Look at him up in the tree.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time I tried to have sex with a Cabbage Patch doll?
Oh, stop.
I'm going to tell you about that tomorrow. I'll give you a tease.
So ridiculous.
Yeah. It's good.
Just where do you do that?
I got an STD. I got a big cabbage growing on my penis.
He's got cabbage papilloma.
Yeah. Mole herpes. I got papilloma the size of cabbage. I got cardboard crabs. Yeah, but seriously. Want to do some news?
Sure.
So we can get out of here on time? Or close to on time?
All right, I got to bring over my carts.
Yeah, I went to my gym yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, like, there were chicks at my gym. And the gym is where I look my worst because I pull my hair back in a ponytail and I'm all sweaty.
Yes.
I would like to look good there. I'd like to look bad here and good there.
So what do you think?
That's all I'm saying. It just seems like the places you need to look good, you never do.
What are you saying?
You can't.
But there are people who do dress for the gym. You don't.
Yeah, no. I don't want to be in a co-ed gym anymore. Because I don't want to have to worry about how I look.
No, don't need that pressure.
Yeah. Hey, and just as a reminder to Charles Grodin, I haven't forgotten about you. I told you, when you die, I will dig up the bones in your grave and play with your head. Your head will be on my desk.
That's right. You're going to put him on your desk with
Yep.
all your other displays.
That's just a reminder.
Why are you reminding him?
Because in
Did he
case
do
he forgot.
something?
Maybe he forgot. No, he didn't do a thing. But just think that all the stuff you say, like now he's all shy.
Yeah.
I will
But
dig
you
up your
have
body.
forgotten what he said already.
I will dig up your body and have sex with your head. I will bowl with your skull.
Good deal.
I promise.
He was the one that got all upset because we looked at somebody's ashes.
Yeah. Yeah. What's her name?
What's the big deal?
Debbie. Yeah. I didn't do it.
Ashes.
Chauncey brought up the ashes.
Yeah.
Well, he won from me. I can't control that.
We looked.
Yeah, I looked.
What's the big deal?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Here's Chauncey, speak of the devil.
Oh.
The devil. I can't believe you're talking about that after all this time.
Why not? Hey, what are you going to be on, Geraldo?
Geraldo tonight.
Tonight?
Chauncey's going to be on. You going to show those bad tattoos on your back?
No, I don't think he knows about that.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing
Trying
there
to keep that a
tonight?
secret. You're not helping me.
Is it a live show?
No, it's not live. It comes on 1:30 in the morning.
No, I'm saying you taped it already?
What's that?
You taped it already?
We taped it already.
Oh.
What are you talking
celebrity
about?
Violence, domestic abuse.
Why are you on a show about domestic abuse?
Because I guess I'm an authority on celebrities.
Get out of here.
So what are you
Doesn't that
talking
drive
about?
you crazy, Howard? Doesn't that drive you nuts? Like this little magazine, and I'm doing so well.
You're not doing well. You probably don't have a pot to piss in.
No, I'm doing pretty good
How much money are you worth?
right now.
Right now I said to you, hey, Chauncey, I got a great investment. How much can you put together?
Probably not as well as.
Don't. How much could you put together?
Just tell us how much
Right
you can
now?
put together.
Yeah.
Right now, I could put together about $100,000.
You have $100,000 in savings?
You know, the magazine does great, and I'm doing.
Wait.
Okay,
You
wait,
personally
I'll
are
give you
worth.
an example. I'm going to give you an idea of how.
You
well I'm doing.
personally are worth $100,000.
He's worth more. He could just give you that.
No. You're telling me in cash you have $100,000.
Of course.
That includes borrowing a little bit.
Yeah. No, he's saying he has
I'm going
that.
to give you an example of how well I'm doing.
He has a free magazine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me say this. I'm syndicated worldwide, so all the interviews that I do appear in magazines all throughout Europe.
Really?
Chuck Zito I just sold Chuck Zito's interview in Paris Match, which is one of the biggest magazines in France.
No, you're doing better than I thought.
Yeah, I didn't know about this franchise with the rest of the world.
What do you get for selling something to France?
$4.
You have,
And they're French dollars.
Okay, wait a second. How much did you sell your Chuck Zito interview for?
Well, I'll give you. I don't want to say, but probably a lot more than you could ever imagine.
20 grand?
You're in the ballpark.
Really?
No.
He's crazy. Hey, wait a second.
1,000 francs.
I just interviewed Chuck Zito. Why don't I sell that?
Howard,
You have no syndication.
No, but if Chauncey has it, I could get it.
Listen, I would never want to show any disrespect to Mr. Zito, but who knows who he is in Europe?
No, it's not. It's the
It's
story.
because of
It's the
who he
story
fought
that's
with.
big.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Chuck Van Damme is so huge in Europe. They all want to know who this guy is that knocked him out.
You think that somebody paid Chauncey in the 20 grand
No.
for that?
Why didn't they just call up Chuck Zito themselves?
Yeah.
No, they can't. How are you going to get a hold? Who can get a hold of Chuck Zito?
Me.
We can.
Well, yeah, but they can't. That's
For that kind of
America, there's
money,
nowhere to
they
go.
can find him.
Yeah, for that kind of money, you could fly a guy over to
Yeah,
find
it
him.
could cost a lot less to have your own guy interview him.
Who do you call?
Scores.
How do you get him?
Call Scores. Call his agent. Call HBO.
They're not that clever.
Oh.
Weren't you ready to fall down if he said 5,000?
I thought it was 500.
Really, 20,000 is
get more than
amazing.
grand.
That's one magazine.
All right, you know, I got to do the news, Chauncey.
We're doing
well,
the
don't forget to
Chauncey
watch-
Financial
This is
Report.
new.
Don't forget to watch Geraldo tonight, 1:30.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
Geraldo's on 1:30 at night?
Which Geraldo?
Is this the CNBC
Only
show?
in New York. It's on earlier around the rest of the country.
Oh, is this CNBC?
No, this is CBS still.
Oh, and they put it up.
Final days.
Geraldo's on 1:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
His talk show?
Why?
I wondered where it was because I never see it in town anymore.
1:30.
Oh, he's doing bad.
Well, he wants to
Well,
give
no,
that up. anyway.
Geraldo's moving to NBC.
Yeah, he just signed a, $6 million a year contract with NBC?
Then why would they put a show on at 1:30 in the morning? It'd be so good.
Well, the show's coming to an end. I think May 7th is the last episode, last show.
All right, who cares? Robin, what's in the news?
Can I bring my cards over?
news.
Yeah, all right. I'll take a break. We'll be back. We'll do the news for you.
There's nothing like two lovers in love.
It's all happening too fast, you know? The baby and the road and the whole thing. I just need a rest.
All right, now, but look, man, you got to understand, if we don't get out on that stage tonight, we don't get paid. Yeah? And if we don't get paid, we don't eat.
How me?
What about the band? Well, you talking about the baby and the road and it's all happening too fast. Man, you got more excuses than a nigga going to jail. You got too many excuses, woman.
This lesson in how to make a woman listen is brought to you by Howard Stern. You're listening
to our newest, bestest buddy and big toe.
Howard Stern.
What's that mean? Show tonight, Jen's Bad Implants. Learn about breast implants. The only show that does 90% of its programming around breasts. Howard Stern program. Tomorrow, a guy who drilled a hole in his head. What was the stupidest move of last year? I finally figured it out. Harrison Ford admitting he was a draft dodger.
Why?
Because it was dumb. Why did he do that?
Affect him.
Shouldn't have done it. A lot of people got pissed off.
I think a stupid move would be something that really affected your career.
Now, here's a stupid move.
All right.
This weekend I went biking. Did I tell you this?
Yeah,
you
did. No, you didn't tell us.
Yeah, I was riding my bike. You know, I got one of them bicycles. I got the outfit and everything. So I'm about 10 miles from my house, maybe 11 miles.
Yeah.
My pedal brakes, I had new pedals put on. I went to the bike store. The pedals must be too big for the bike. The pedal broke off. I'm 11 miles from my house. I had a phone with me. My wife wasn't home. She was at Rugrats with the kids.
So what did you do?
I walked home with my bike.
Stop. 11 miles?
Yeah. You're not kidding.
I can't believe you didn't tell me you walked 11 miles. That should have been the first thing he said.
The stupidest move. I mean, the only stupider move is going into the Army. You know what I mean? I'm biking 11 miles. And you know what I did the day before? I went to the bike store, I had them put on new pedals, and I took lessons on how to change a flat tire, because it's hard. You ever change a flat tire on a bike?
No.
Oh, my God. Did you ever do it?
Many times.
Whoa.
It can't be as hard as changing the tire on a car.
10 times harder. You got to pull the rubber off. It's impossible. You have to use special tools to pull the rubber off the rim.
Is this a road bike or a mountain bike?
Road bike.
They're even harder.
Yeah.
Because it's so thin.
Yeah, you got to use special tools.
And you got to be careful not to pinch the tube and put another hole in it.
Yeah, the whole thing. You can pinch your tube.
I once blew up a tube. I put too much in.
Yeah, that can happen too.
Now, why wouldn't you have the bike store do that?
Because what if you're out on the road and you blow a flat? What are you going to do?
Well, you take a spare tube with you?
Yes, of course. You have to.
I have a spare tube and a spare...
If you're going 11 miles, you better.
Yep. I go far.
If you're out in the middle of nowhere and your tube goes flat, you're dead.
I was going to ride down to your house, Jackie.
No, you should have called me up.
Yeah, but then I remember Robin isn't talking to you, so I said forget it.
Stop it.
Yeah, what the hell would you walk 11 miles?
No, I was going to ride my bike down by your house and then maybe jump in that filthy water of yours. but it's kind of cold this time.
Gonna risk the algae?
Yeah.
Jellyfish. Jump in a hot tub.
I went over. Yeah, I go in the hot tub.
With his wife.
How far is it from my house to your house? I think 15 miles, right?
I don't think it's anywhere near that far, is it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, easily. You live out there, dude.
You're driving. You don't know.
Jackie, you're drunk and you're driving. How would you know?
I go slow.
His house is about 15 miles from mine.
You think?
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Because I once, once clocked it.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little 30-mile jaunt. Plus, like, where he lives, tons of cars. Right on top of you.
Oh, yeah.
You can't, I mean, there's no sidewalk or anything?
Yeah,
or
that's the one thing. You know, you go to
There are
California, they have
sidewalks,
bike
there's not
routes everywhere.
Just like
And you
riding
can
through
really
Bug
go
Tussle.
and not risk your life. Here, you're always in traffic.
And Jackie's like in Mayberry.
You live in
Bug
a
Tussle.
mythical dreamland.
Oh, dude, you know that bridge right outside of your
there are
house?
sidewalks.
Dude,
That's
it's
not
most dangerous.
Sidewalks.
He's driving. He has no
There's no concept.
No,
You ever go bike riding?
Of course I ride a
And
bike.
you don't know that the cars are right on top of you, right by your house? You don't know? I mean, why are you getting insulted, dude? That's
Because it's not true. There's not that
He's the
much.
mayor of Bayville, remember?
Oh, you know what? If you came down Shore Road, you're true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Of course. How else would I get to your house?
The back way.
The back way.
Where there's sidewalks.
Through Locust.
Back way.
Well, that's how I get to your wife.
Join the club.
On the coffee table.
Okay, let's do the news.
Very good.
Yeah. Enough about Jackie's wife.
I hope your other pedal breaks.
Now I got to get the bike to the bike store to fix the pedals.
So you had...
You walked 11 miles. I don't
11
believe
miles holding the
Don't
bike.
believe it.
You had a
How
spare
long
tire.
did it take you?
Oh, forever. I don't even know. I was out there hours. I got home. My kids like, "Where'd you go?" I go, "I went for a bike ride."
You had a spare tire and a pump and everything you needed
Yeah.
to change a tire.
But you can't
broke
fix.
a pedal.
You can't fix your pedal
Now, how did it break?
because I put big pedals on.
Ah.
Because I don't like those clipless pedals. I like to have a strap.
You had the
Yeah.
cage, like.
Yeah, the cage. And these cars are passing me. Guys on bikes are passing me. Go, "Hey, man."
Nobody helped
And
you.
nobody's
No. Well, what are they going to do?
maybe they can help you out.
Put you on their little bar there.
And when I come to a downhill, I'd hop on my bike and like
Just
push with my
roll.
foot
Yeah.
and roll.
Oh,
I
you're
did the
kidding.
same thing.
Yeah.
Would you go running along and then leap on the seats?
Yeah.
So you could glide like
Yeah.
20 feet.
I wanted to get home.
That happened to me
man.
too.
I was tired.
I was 2 miles and I was embarrassed.
And your pedal broke?
No, my chain broke.
Oh, the chain
I was going
actually
up and
broke?
held it. Yeah, the chain snapped. I was like, "Oh crap! I got to put the chain back on." And
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that either.
Oh, that hasn't happened to me yet.
Just feel like such a douche walking your bicycle.
And I had a phone, too. I didn't have one person I could call. I really have no friends.
King of all media.
King of all media. King of all media.
20 million.
What do you mean you have no friends? You
Hey.
just don't know anybody's number.
No.
You could have dialed at random.
And everybody's unlisted.
Was it a Saturday or a Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh,
Why'd you call me? You don't know anybody's number.
I wasn't going to call you.
Why?
Were you going to pick me up?
Yeah.
You're like, get out of here.
What? He would have picked you.
Would he?
Of course I would have. I would have screened the call and said,
I'd rather walk.
I would have been drunk, but I would have picked you up.
Robin, what's in the news?
you don't want to owe anybody.
Oh, dear. Well, there are several things everybody's talking about in New York today. Not the least of which is the drowning of a guru on
Good.
Long Island. Frederick Lentz, the guy who wrote the book Surfing the Himalayas
Mm-hmm.
and was also the leader of some kind of a cult.
This guy had some deal.
His cult largely disbanded by 1988. He had been accused of brainwashing and drug and sex sessions. So he just said, let me give up this cult business. I'm tired of all the heat. And he just started writing books. And he apparently trained some of his followers to do computer stuff.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of what these gurus now do.
Yeah. They do.
Get their guys all computer savvy. And then they take a piece of their computer intake.
Yeah, and it kills you, too, because, I mean, like, a lot of these dopes who follow these guys are pretty smart. I mean, you got to be smart to do computer stuff.
Yeah. Even that Heaven's Gate group, they did a whole bunch of they did computer work.
They were geniuses. Except for the fact that they believed that God was on a spaceship.
And coming to pick them up.
Yeah.
So this was the same kind of deal. This guy was very wealthy. He was out there on his $2 million estate on Long Island.
Yep.
And he was found floating in the water, dead of drowning. And they think drugs might have had something to do with it because there was this woman, a female companion in the house. She was found babbling and incoherent.
Female companion in the house.
They say apparently from drugs.
Wow.
So I think that maybe drugs had something to do with his demise as well, so they're going to be doing an autopsy and a toxicology report.
What a great life. Being a guru.
He lived in a $2 million home. They said his annual income was approximately around $5 million.
Tons of chicks.
He used to write these books, and the people who published the books, they say, we think he really believed in this spiritual stuff he was talking about. He was actually about to finish the trilogy.
Nice.
This was the third in this series he was writing.
Third of a series of books that we'll never read.
And it was supposed to be mostly autobiographical. So we could have found out more about his wonderful life. But they said, he loved the fast life, the high life. He was often calling from boats, and,
wow.
Always had these female companions who were very attractive, and he'd limo them
great.
around.
I mean, everybody else is working. These gurus, I'm against these gurus. I'll tell you, hey, here's a guy who used to write for Rosie O'Donnell. Wants to break in.
Oh.
Dave?
Howard.
Yeah.
How you doing?
What do you mean you used to write for Rosie O'Donnell?
Well, I used to write for one of the warm-up guys, and anytime some bits came up, even when it was to make in front of you, she wouldn't allow them at all.
Yeah.
For the warm-up.
For the warm-up?
Yeah, but she has comedians come in and do the warm-up.
Yeah, well, she knows to keep her fat mouth shut now.
Yeah, well, and then we used to do big head jokes about her, and she didn't like them. And
come on. Could this guy really have written for her?
He didn't write for anybody.
Sure, you're going to submit a big head joke.
Hey, Rosie, here's a funny joke about how big your head is.
Warm up the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, anybody know how much Rosie's head weighs? You know what we're going to do? We're going to stuff her head full of jelly beans. You try and guess how many jelly beans will go in her head.
There you go.
Wait till that beach ball comes out here.
I got a great idea.
Yeah, we'll bounce her head like a jelly bean ball. Jelly bean bag. All right, what else is in the news?
So anyway, this guy, Linz, I was still talking about him. He had this cult, and there are a lot of people who say that he did bad things to their kids. Like their kids would disappear and follow him around and break off relations with the rest of their family and stuff.
Yeah, that's why it's called a cult.
They never knew why, their kids were so influenced by this guy. But they say he had one of those personalities that could really get to you.
The guy had boats, broads, drugs.
Money?
Yeah. What do you mean? He's Larry Schwartz with religion. Of course you're attracted to him. Larry doesn't have drugs, though.
No.
He's clean.
You don't need him.
He doesn't need him.
Oh, goodness. Well, anyway, so we'll have to wait to see exactly what took away Frederick Lentz. The other thing people are talking about is the beam that fell down in Yankee Stadium yesterday, canceling the game. Everybody's talking about the fact that George Steinbrenner, anyway, has been trying to talk the city into giving him a new stadium on the west side or possibly moving the team to New Jersey. And now we see Yankee Stadium is falling down.
Yankee Stadium's falling down, falling down, falling down. Yankee Stadium's falling down. Fans need helmets.
They say if people had been in the stands, it could have killed somebody and certainly caused a lot of injuries. Luckily, no one was around and no one was hurt, but it canceled the game. They won't be able to play again tonight. They are possibly going to play at Shea tomorrow because city inspectors say they need about 4 days to certify that the repairs are made in a fashion that will be safe. Here's Mayor Rudy Giuliani. He says he's thankful that there was no one there at the time.
That would be a life-threatening situation if it happened when somebody was here and if they were sitting in those seats. So we're thankful that it happened that way. It was a warning.
Conspiracy people are saying they made it fall when no one was there. This way, so George Steinbrenner could get out of Yankee Stadium. How absurd.
We're taking it that way, and that's why we're going to do a full and complete inspection.
And go to Bowl Games, risk your life, risk your life, risk your life. Go to Bowl Games, risk your life, buy insurance.
Yeah, put some ticket insurance in there. Anyway, they say they won't reopen Yankee Stadium until it's safe. Here's the mayor again.
The stadium will be closed tonight, and it'll be closed through Thursday, so that the entire stadium can be inspected, so that it can be repaired properly, and so that before people are allowed back into Yankee Stadium, the Parks Department, the Buildings Department, and everyone else can certify that it is perfectly safe.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were just going to fix this little area, but he says they're going to do the whole park now.
Scary. You could be somewhere, and a beam just hits you in the head and it's over.
Numbers up.
And then, of course, if you're the mayor, you got to go around doing dumb interviews afterwards. Like, it's such a drag being mayor. So, like,
You're responsible for everything
Yeah.
in the city.
well, it's a good thing that the stadium was empty because it could have been a life-threatening. Yeah, state the obvious. But he's got to go do that.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Why does he have to do that?
It's his job.
I know. He could be doing so many other important things, but this is what we demand of a mayor. Because we're like babies.
It's the same thing we demand of a president, that he also be the national dad.
He's got to go inspect it.
Yeah.
Like he's going to have any idea.
Oh, yeah, he's got to go sit there. I'll bet you that when the park reopens, in order to assure everybody it's safe, he's got to go sit under the same...
Yeah, be sweating bullets.
Yeah,
What the hell is this?
I didn't sign on for this.
Doesn't look safe.
Why can't Pataki sit here?
That should be a question.
And the third thing we're talking about this morning is the fact that the Ringling Brothers Circus is in town, and last night one of the performers caught fire.
Yeah, I wish I could see that.
I don't even know if there's any tape.
They got a picture of the guy in the paper, but he's wearing a grass skirt right before he burned up.
It's not much of a costume to burn.
He's almost nude.
They say hundreds of kids were watching. And they screamed in horror as the performer exploded into flames. Jacques Mimbo.
Mimbo.
Or Bimbo.
Is it Jacques Bimbo?
M-B-E-M-B-O.
Jacques on fire.
Jacques on fire? Jacques Mimbo.
Jacques Bimbo.
This guy's like Vinny Mazzio, remember that?
Yes.
We did
he was planning
a videotape where one of our listeners lit his nuts on fire. And his ass. And he cooked eggs on his ass.
He had no idea what he was doing.
No.
We thought it was an act.
We thought it was a trick.
He never knew how to put himself out.
I was just watching that again the other night. I put it in the tape.
He'd get the fire started, and then somebody'd have to come out with an extinguisher.
Yeah, if you know someone with...
Well, anyway, Jacques Bimbo, who is 22 years old, wailed in agony as he was transformed into a human torch during a fire act at a matinee show at the circus. They say that he just ran around the ring, and the flames just kept getting higher and higher as he was trying to bat them off his grass skirt.
Where's that guy from again?
Gabon.
Gabon? Gabon?
It's a Gabonese acrobatic troupe.
If you were there, wouldn't you think it was part of the show?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it was...
I would be like, hey...
part of the act.
Oh, that's cool.
Especially if he just ran around like that, because everybody knows you're supposed to lie down and roll around on the ground when you catch fire.
Did he burn his balls?
Well, the grass skirt is a grass skirt. It's not up top.
Ow!
I mean, you burn my balls.
Finally, he collapsed to the ground, and frenzied circus staffers came and poured cold water on him, putting out the fire and then covering him with blankets. He was taken to the hospital. They say he's going to be all right. He only suffered some second-degree burns. And he's going to, return to the circus. At first, they say even in this article that people thought it was a part of the show. And then when they realized that it wasn't, they started screaming.
I bet the nurses at the hospital were hysterical.
Oh, man.
Hey, this guy in a grass skirt just burned his balls.
Yeah, because they got to bring him in the same costume. They don't undress him.
Of course.
And he's got his face painted.
But Ungawa.
Closer.
So anyway, thank goodness he's going to be all right. But
me burn balls.
Time at a matinee at the circus yesterday.
Me burn balls up. Good.
Also, Howard, a tragedy at Niagara Falls. A disabled 6-year-old boy was swept over the falls yesterday in view of his mother. New York State Park Police say the child was on an outing with his mentally retarded mother and other members of a disabled group.
Hey.
The group is based in Buffalo.
Not to make a joke, seriously, when a parent is mentally retarded, it's hard for them to take them on trips.
Well, you got to have a supervisor for everybody.
Yeah, where are you going to get that? Was the kid a normal kid?
Well, he was disabled.
So, hey, Mom, I can fly. And then the mom's like, really? Let's see.
To me. A sheriff's helicopter made 2 search flights over the area using an infrared viewer, but there was no sign of the boy's body by this morning, so they still haven't found his body.
I am sorry.
Canadian or American side?
It was the American side, because it's New York. State Parks Police who were involved in the search.
Mm.
So
How'd he go over?
I don't have any more details as to how he fell.
I've never been there. Is it fenced in?
I don't remember. I was there once.
Like you can just jump?
There's a fence, but it's not like a solid fence. It's like you could go through it. You know what I mean? It's like rails, or at least it was 20 years ago. Because I remember being scared as a little kid.
Yeah?
Saying, you
Oh, I know. Like, I've been to the Grand Canyon. But you could just fall right off that.
Oh, yeah, you could just walk up to that.
I went on one of them donkey rides. Those donkeys are amazing, man. It's a little narrow thing.
And they just go down.
They go down beautifully. Better than people. But if you were retarded, you go right off the side of the Grand Canyon. Hey, Mom, I bet I can fly. Boom.
The Empire State Building, you know, you couldn't jump out of that if you wanted to.
I know. They ought to cage in that river there. Niagara Falls, whatever it is.
I really would like to get more details as to exactly how that happened.
And the mother was retarded?
Yeah.
And the kid was disabled?
Yeah.
How'd the kid get disabled? Did his mother drop him on his head like 44 times?
I don't even know how disabled he was.
You need to investigate.
I do. I was just fascinated by the story, so I thought I'd tell you as much as I knew.
Butterfinger. Man, that's a messed up story.
The President and Mrs. Clinton have filed their income taxes, and they announced how much they had to pay yesterday. They say they made about $569,511.
69. Interesting.
From income and investments last year, and they paid $91,964 in taxes.
How do you figure that? You make $500,000, you only pay $91,000 in taxes?
That's what they paid.
Maybe it was tax-free income.
I don't know. They say they gave a lot away in charity. Does that help?
They have deductions.
But that was from her book.
Yeah.
Well, that was also considered her income, though. So maybe she didn't get taxed much since she gave it all away.
That's not fair.
I pay more than that.
Jesus Christ, my screensaver's killing me. Put me in a higher tax bracket.
I spent $10,000 on condoms.
They still say Hillary made more than the president did last year. I don't even know why we pay him.
You should pay us.
No, it's just the fact that we're going to support him anyway. You know he's not living on $200,000 a year with the lifestyle of the President of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an allowance. Anyway, they don't take into account in his income taxes the $3.2 million he's had to spend in defending himself against all these charges of sexual harassment and...
That's right. If he had to pay all his own legal bills, forget about it.
Yeah, he couldn't afford them.
But
they set up this legal defense fund for him, and that's taking care of that, and he doesn't get taxed on that, so...
Wow.
That's how they did last year. Meanwhile, the president will be in Houston today, where he'll take part in a town hall meeting on race relations. They say that if we don't get a hold of this race problem we have in the country, Howard, it'll eventually destroy us.
I don't believe that.
What do you...
Sounds like STDs are a lot worse than the race problem right now.
I don't know, Howard. There are some who speculate that we could descend into a race war in a few years if we don't get a handle on this thing. So the president has started these... What was that?
I don't know.
I'm not going to do the news if you keep making these strange noises. That's right.
Right. What race problem?
What race problem? Sure. You're the guy who says, you know, you hide every time you see black people walking down the street.
See, I have no problem. No one can find me.
One goal of the president's initiatives on race is to get a dialogue going among ethnic groups.
That'll be easy.
People are talking about Clinton's planned forum tonight, but not exactly in the way some had intended. There are some minority advocates who say this evening's program on race and sports may be adding to divisions by focusing too much on African American issues and ignoring others.
Right.
So already, even this conference on race is causing dissension.
I don't know.
Specifically, they're angered that the discussion panel includes only one Hispanic in addition to 6 blacks and 3 whites. A few weeks ago, they had one of these conversations somewhere out west, and the Indians were screaming that they weren't represented.
I don't know. We ask a black guy about Easter, and he's yelling and screaming. I can't see how you're going to...
God hates Easter. Read on Bunny's Land eggs. You mean to tell me 364 days out of a year, a chicken gonna lay eggs, but then one day a bunny gonna lay them?
You know what I mean?
You see? It's very difficult out there.
Yeah.
The cable channel ESPN organized this forum, and they say they tried to make the panel diverse. They say they invited up to 24 Hispanic sports figures, and they all turned down the invite.
Wow.
So what are you supposed to do?
The Hispanics don't want to show up to the race relation thing?
The sports figures they invited did not figure they needed to show up.
They have no race problem.
The Ken Starr investigation into the Monica Lewinsky affair is continuing, and today they are calling in the president's secretary, Betty Curry, again. She was the first witness and is being recalled. She will appear before the panel today, and no one knows exactly why she's been called again. The grand jury is resuming its work today. It's investigating whether the president had a sexual relationship with Monica Lewinsky and whether he urged Lewinsky to lie about it. Meanwhile, you can get a tour of the White House from Hillary Clinton on a new CD-ROM.
I got to get that.
It offers you a virtual, interactive tour of the White House.
She opens up the door to the Oval Office and her husband's getting oral sex.
The First Lady says in some ways it's even better than the real thing. Did you know that people in mental institutions are allowed to vote?
No, I'm against that. I think if you're mental, you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Well, there are all these advocacy groups now for the mentally ill, making sure the mentally ill continue to get their rights. Advocates want to ensure that patients at state-run psychiatric hospitals in New Jersey have the right to vote. They filed a lawsuit in federal court in Trenton. The suit alleges that the state is violating the voting rights of the mentally ill by failing to make voter registration forms available in hospitals.
Here's my impression of a mentally ill person voting. Ready?
Okay.
And Holland and go, you pick this one.
Anyway, open the curtain.
Yeah. There it is.
What are you going to do? There's been some new developments in the fight to cure Parkinson's disease. They are now transplanting pig cells.
Good.
Into some people who are suffering from the disease. And Dr. James Schumacher says that some of the results you get are remarkable.
I know a couple of girls I dated in college had some pig cells.
A lot of them.
Yeah, maybe the majority.
Here's Dr. Schumacher, number 3, please.
Dr. Schumacher?
Yes.
And what does he say?
He says that you get some remarkable results with these pig cell transplants.
Yeah, you get a curly tail.
A fellow that was in very bad condition, most of the time spending in a wheelchair, is now being able to get up and do some of the things that he could not do before. That is, get up and in the morning and make a cup of tea, go outside and chip a few golf balls.
What was wrong with him?
He had Parkinson's disease.
Really?
And it confined him to a wheelchair.
Hey, I love that. Good.
So there, they say it's, too early to tell just how well the therapy will work all the way around, but they're going to continue this research.
Pigs don't shake. I guess.
Well, the pig cells help you to secrete dopamine, which is lacking in people who suffer from Parkinson's disease.
I have plenty of that. Dopamine.
I don't shake.
A now banned diet drug reportedly was tested on more than 100 New York City school children. The New York Post says the federal government has started an investigation into 2 hospitals and a college. Children's advocacy groups have filed complaints saying the experiments provided no medical benefits to the children. The paper says boys aged 6 to 11 were given, that fenfluramine that they banned, part of the fen-phen drug combination, which was yanked from the market last year. Officials involved in the experiment say they were done before fen-phen was banned. The boys were given the drug to see if it increased serotonin levels in the brain. The chemical is believed to reduce aggression. So they were doing that kind of study on boys. The researchers tell the Post that some of the boys were picked.
Yeah.
Because they had older siblings who had been designated juvenile delinquents. Fen-Phen was found to cause heart damage in most patients who regularly took it.
God.
So, I don't know. These wacky experiments continue to go on.
Oh.
Your mother's very concerned.
Yeah, she's funny. Ow.
It may be a first for McDonald's, a strike. A half-dozen teenagers have been picketing outside a McDonald's restaurant in Ohio since Sunday.
Let me guess. They want more money? How ridiculous.
A company spokeswoman says the restaurant the owner-operator has arranged to meet with the disgruntled employees tomorrow. One of the strikers says their complaints include inequities in pay, bad relations with management, understaffing, and excessive teasing.
And they want niftier outfits.
The National Council
Hip-hop McDonald's clothing.
Says this is the first time it has heard of a strike against McDonald's.
That's ridiculous. The great thing about McDonald's is any idiot can work there. You don't want to raise the money too much, then the idiots won't be able to get work there.
It's not necessarily pay, but inequities in pay. I don't know what that means.
French fries versus burger. We'll be back after this.
President Bill Clinton has a brand new hobby.
From Washington, hello.
Hey, great show, Larry. Listen, long-time fan, first-time caller. Listen, I just wanted to ask your guest if he ever wanted to mind meld with Howard Stern's penis.
Sometimes we get carried away through frustration here. We apologize.
Baba Booey. God, I've wanted to do that for years.
It must be a slow week at the White House. Now, here's a man who has a slow week every friggin' week of his miserable life. Howard Stern.
Hi, I'm Natasha Henstridge. You know me from Species. Howard likes that movie because after I have sex with a guy, I'd kill him, which is exactly what Howard would need because if I banged him, it didn't kill him, his wife would. Here's Howard.
Thank you, beautiful. Jen's bad implants tonight on the E! Show. Homeless game tomorrow, and the guy who drilled a hole in his head so he'd be closer to God. Pretty interesting fella. A lot of weird people out there. Dee Snider told me this is a common thing. People drill holes in their head.
Yeah, he said he knew some people who were doing it. Can't wait to talk to this guy.
You know that when a duck quacks, it's the only sound on the planet that doesn't echo?
It will never echo?
Will never echo under any circumstance, and they don't know why. They can't figure it out. Did you know that? It's a true fact. Swear.
We got to get a duck.
Yep. It will not echo.
If we put it on echo chamber.
Right. It will not echo.
Impossible.
A duck's quack doesn't echo, and no one knows why.
Where did you learn this?
Jeff Schick from IBM. And he knows tons of stuff.
He's a duck expert?
Stewardesses and reverberated are the two longest words, 12 letters each, that can be typed using only the left hand.
Get a lot of free time.
What is the longest word using only the right hand?
Don't know.
Lollipop.
Ooh.
What do you think of that? You act like I don't know anything.
Ooh.
Give me the SATs now.
Wrong.
Jackie's looking at me like he doesn't believe any of this.
You obviously know something.
That means the letters that you're supposed to type with, because I hunt and peck, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean the letters that you just...
Yeah,
left
with
hand.
one hand. Yeah, that whole thing. If you're using the right finger for the right letter.
Cats have over 100 vocal sounds, while dogs only have about 10. Okay?
And how many more of these useless pieces of information are you going to give us?
Jackie has 4,015 vocal sounds. More than any human alive.
We have them all cataloged right here.
Oh, yeah. We have
So don't call him a dog.
Right. He's a cat.
I don't echo them.
In every episode of Seinfeld, there is a what?
I don't watch the show.
There is a Superman somewhere.
Really?
The image of Superman.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Jerry thinks he's Superman. Eddie just might be. Hang On Sloopy is the official rock song of Ohio. All right, here's one you didn't know. Did you know there are...
I didn't know any of these.
Here's one you know.
All right. Did you know that there are coffee-flavored Pez?
No, I did not.
I bet you didn't know that.
I never saw it.
Yep, coffee-flavored Pez.
Is it called coffee or mocha?
Yeah, coffee.
Coffee Pez.
Okay, here's one you didn't know. Lorne Green, you know who Lorne Green is, Bonanza.
Yeah, Pa and Bonanza.
Lorne Green had one of his nipples bitten off by an alligator when he was the host of Lorne Green's Wild Kingdom. Oh, here's one. This is a good one for you.
Did they replace it or did
I
he
don't
go
know.
nippleless?
I don't know. He was nipless. All right, here's a great one, and then I'm done.
Where's the alligator?
But here's two more you'll love. Cat's urine glows under a black light.
Oh.
How cool is that?
I did know that.
You did know that? How did you know that?
He put a black light on his...
I did not know that.
Because that's how you find where cats spray.
Is that right?
You can't smell it?
When we had one of our...
Why do you want to know where they spray?
So you can clean it up.
What?
Yeah, if you have a cat who's spraying around the house, you won't necessarily know where it is.
Sirianni was walking around with a black light. I thought she lost her marble.
You know they say semen does also? That semen glows in a black light?
That's what George Michael was.
That's what John told me, Stuttering John. What? That's how the bathroom.
George Michael was doing.
Is that really true, John?
How does he know?
Semen glows in a black light?
Special on the news about hotels, and they went to hotels and with black lights. They went to hotel rooms and found semen all over hotel rooms, even expensive hotel rooms.
Wow.
Just like a cat.
Yuck.
Yeah. On the beds, and these are like 5-star hotels.
Yeah, you know, he's right. I did hear something about this.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. But that's how they found it, with a black light?
Yeah, black light.
Okay, here's another one, but this is the last one.
Cat urine.
Non-dairy creamer is flammable.
Oh.
So we could... Hey, John, make sure we have some non-dairy creamer here tomorrow. I want to light it.
You know what? You got to be careful. Are you talking about half and half or the
non-dairy creamer?
Powder stuff?
I used to work with a
Non-dairy,
comic.
the powdered stuff.
Yeah.
A comic
we
used
got
to do
that in
that.
the kitchen.
What do you do?
Take out like I don't know what brand it was, but he'd say, "Here's some non-dairy creamer, like you use in your coffee." And he'd let him imagine it.
Blow up?
How frightening is
Not
that?
blow up, just a huge
flame.
You know, I was always like, I was always weirded out by that stuff. Like, how can you have milk in a powder form and like, you know,
but it's not milk.
Powder like that.
It's non-dairy.
Yeah.
So what about my kids? They sometimes get this milk in a container, but it's
That's
not
milk.
But you don't have to refrigerate it.
That's milk.
Different.
It's just.
How do they do that?
I don't know how they do that.
I think
it's very
vacuum
scary.
packed, that's why.
Dude, is that non-dairy creamer?
Yeah, this is non-dairy.
No.
But that's not the powder.
We got the powder in the kitchen. You know those big.
Is it only the powder?
Yeah. Put on a grass skirt and try it, John.
All right, let's do the rest of the news. I got other facts, but I'm not going to do them.
You're not going to do
Come on.
Let me tell you something about that groovy
See, you were goofing on
Robin, baby. I shagged her rotten, baby, yeah.
You were goofing on my facts, and meanwhile you want more. Yeah, they are fun.
Now he wants you to keep going.
We should play a game. You should throw us in with some fake ones.
The airplane Buddy Holly flew in when he died was called what?
Deathmobile.
Nope. American Pie. That's where the song comes from. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie.
I knew the song was about Buddy Holly, but
Yep,
I never knew that.
That's why.
Oh, never knew that.
Okay.
Who named that plane? Jesus.
How do you like that?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, my American Pie.
Well, speaking of interesting
Okay,
things,
go ahead.
Howard, I have been saying this for years.
Oh.
And very few people have listened, but tooth decay can lead to other illnesses inside the body. If you don't take care of your teeth, what's going on now?
Well, we're bringing in non-dairy creamer. Yeah, quick, light it up on fire.
Oh,
Let me
you
see.
got an extinguisher? What have we got here?
No, let me see.
See, I think this will also happen in grain bins, and I think it's something with the powder or something.
Why don't you get a mic on, you stupid? What? What do you need? Just light the non-dairy creamer on fire.
No, in other words, I got to just...
What are you going to do? You take a year?
No, I want...
You better be
What are
careful.
you doing? Oh, he wants to get far away from the flame.
What are you doing?
He's rolling up a piece of paper to light
Yeah,
up.
you want...
really goes up.
Does it really? Hey, John, you better move away. Your hair will go on fire.
You should do it in the ashtray. Why?
Don't do it on the wood. Do it on the ashtray.
You got an ashtray, guys?
You know what? Forget it.
Howard, the flame is this huge.
Is it huge? Oh, John, forget it.
You really are afraid?
Oh, look at what he's doing. He's pouring it on wood.
You idiot.
Yeah, he could leave it in the bowl.
Just leave it in the bowl, you dope. All right, a little bit.
Light a match and then pour it from up above.
Be careful, man. And pull your hair away, because you'll go on fire, dude.
He won't even get near it. Look at him.
Is it burning?
You got to sprinkle it.
Sprinkle it over it.
Is it burning?
Ganji, just pour it.
No, don't sprinkle it. All right, blow it out. Blow it out. Boom. All right, get out of here. Yeah, do it again.
Ask Mr. Wizard.
KC just blew a fire extinguisher out. Ganji still hasn't gotten the wireless microphone to work. All right, good. Get out of here, everyone. Everyone's very dopey today.
Get an expert in here. 3 firebugs. Goodness.
Go ahead. What else?
Anyway, what I was saying was that tooth decay and bad dental hygiene can lead to problems in your body. They say this guy, Louis Grizzard, who was a syndicated humorist, died of a heart attack or heart disease, but they say he had bad valves as a result of bad oral hygiene.
Stinks in here now.
Oh, God. Well, of course, it's burning paper. Now you're going to have a heart attack over that.
I just wanted him to light a match.
You asked Stuttering John.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you ask Stuttering John.
He's so stupid.
Anyway, I'm telling you that this guy got heart valve disease because he didn't take care of his teeth. One doctor who evaluated his case said he wouldn't floss, he wouldn't brush.
After I had my wisdom teeth taken out, I had a sore foot. So I know it's all related. I'm telling you, you're onto something.
And this guy is considered a classic example of somebody whose chronic dental infection led to chronic heart disease.
Loser.
Right.
All you have to do is brush your teeth and floss. Take care of them. But tooth decay, all that stuff is just sort of leaking into your body. So if it goes in, it can attack other organs. They say there's not necessarily such direct links elsewhere, but it can have an effect on spontaneous preterm births, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. So take care of those teeth.
Smells like a forest fire in here.
Yeah. Jesus.
Well,
man.
You burned your whole piece of paper.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Jeez.
Well, even smelling that bad smell you have in there, you're lucky to be in this country. The government of President Saddam Hussein of Iraq has executed at least 1,500 people in the last year, mostly for political reasons.
I don't want a war. I want to bang Saddam Hussein.
It's the dumbest song.
I don't want to fight.
Yeah, so?
They say that most of the deaths occurred during a prison cleansing campaign that happened in November. They just went through the prisons, and anyone who disagreed with Saddam Hussein was put to death.
Can you imagine that idiot killing you? I mean, for, like, some dumb reason. Ending your life. Man, he sucks.
Some of these people were condemned to death. Others had sentences of 15 years or more, and they were shot, hanged, or electrocuted.
Wow.
Better to be here, no matter what's going on. Good country. In Washington, D.C., whether Mayor Marion S. Barry Jr. will run for office again. He's served 4 terms already.
He deserves another one.
He's being challenged by 4 other Democrats for the Democratic nomination this time around, and he has not yet announced if he's going to seek another term.
He served 4 terms, Mayor Barry?
Yeah.
He's been in office since we were in Washington, D.C. doing radio.
Yeah, he only missed 1 4-year term because of that crack problem he had.
But everybody forgave him.
And then when he came back, he was reelected.
They say he did 4 terms, but did you know he only remembers 2?
He has to read the book.
Well, no, what he said before, but...
Here's one of his supporters.
I don't want kids. I don't know why. I don't know why you want to put it back in that can in there.
Do you have that woman around who used to support him?
Yeah, she still supports him.
Is she there?
You got tape of her? See if I can find it. Okay. She might pop in any minute.
She was great.
Mm-hmm. Nope, we don't have her.
We don't have her? Okay. Robert Urich is coming back in a new TV show. It's a remake of The Love Boat, Howard.
Oh, he's doing good.
Yes, he's going to be the captain this time around, and he says the role is a departure from his usual TV fare.
Yeah, this is particularly bad.
I'm just tired of being thrown through plate glass windows.
I thought he was going to have a talk show.
And down fire escapes and across hoods of cars. And Aaron Spelling called, and it's where I really began, you know, in Vegas.
Didn't he do a show called Vegas?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So now he's going to be on the Love Boat. Not getting good reviews,
No.
but
Who cares?
it's back anyway.
Hey, Baywatch never got a good review.
That's exactly what Steve Dunleavy says today in the Post.
He's right. I agree with him.
Pope John Paul is speaking once again about the peace accord that was reached in Northern Ireland. He's very happy about that. And he says actions will prove the key to success for this new peace agreement.
Pope John Paul?
Yes.
I would like to invite you to thank the Lord for the positive results reached in the past few days in Northern Ireland.
You know that's not what he's saying.
He's not saying
So tried and tested to look at the future with more faith.
He's saying, I wished all my priests would stay away from young boys.
Merry Christmas.
We can't reach an agreement on that statement.
Then he said, home? I have no home. Hunted.
Despised. Living like an animal.
The wife of Frank Sinatra has told Associated Press that her 82-year-old husband is not on his deathbed.
Yeah. He's fine.
He's strong and walking around. We're enjoying Friends, and he's doing very well.
There's a squirrel living on top of his head.
The singer hasn't been seen in public since before a January 1997 heart attack, but his wife said he hasn't ruled out attending the May 28th through 31st Frank Sinatra Las Vegas Celebrity Classic Charity Golf Tournament.
And after that, he's in the Frank Sinatra Celebrity Decathlon. Everyone's going to be there.
Celine Dion is in that Divas concert that's going to be broadcast on VH1 tonight. And she's also launching a new North American tour. She announced that yesterday. And she says that everyone will get a good seat because she'll be performing in the round.
You know, they injected her with pig cells?
Oh, it worked.
It's the first time.
I love when she talks. She got that weird accent.
Yes.
She's what? Is she French-Canadian?
Yes.
She's trying not to get rid of the accent?
Oh, she's trying to hide it in every way possible.
I'm going to be doing a show in the round. So every seat will be a first-class seat. And I am sincerely very happy about this because it's true.
She says sabotage.
When you are performing in a corner of an arena or whatever you perform, people they get so far away they can't really see very well. But now that I'm in the round, everyone will be having a perfect seat.
Everyone will be having a perfect seat. You have a perfect seat.
And the rest isn't too bad. Bunny ass.
She was also asked if she's still planning to start a family.
We have decided.
What, with that old guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Grandpa. With his gums flapping in the breeze.
Check his teeth.
I need a seat in the round so I can see that mug from every seat.
From every angle.
Yeah.
We wanted a baby for a long time already.
You want a baby.
But you see, nature, and it's not like, okay, you're going to press a button, I want a baby, nah.
Yeah, you got to marry a guy close to your own age.
It doesn't work like this. Sometimes...
And also, she ought to, gain a little body fat.
Yeah, a little body fat might help.
Yeah.
She's anorexic.
Give that sperm a chance to do its thing.
Unfortunately. We've been working on that for a little while now. But whatever I have to... And it's going very well.
And she has a new passion, Howard.
Snails.
It's golf.
Golf? That's Jackie's passion.
Yeah, I'm good at it.
I love to sing, but I have a new passion now. It's golf. I'm a new golfer. Yeah, it's wonderful.
She looks like a guilt club.
It sounds kind of bizarre. You hit a ball, you run after it, you hit it again, and you run after it and hit it, and on and on. But
she has breasts the size of golf balls.
To me, it's like show business because show business is like focusing. And you are not in competition with the world.
I think golf is for stupid people. If you're really stupid, you'll like it. And I think she's really stupid. Our general manager's as dumb as a brick.
Oh, absolutely.
Hit ball in hole. Yes. I have no other interest in life.
Prime director.
Hit ball, walk the ball.
Go to movie at night where they entertain me and I don't have to think.
There'll be 2 movies, a comedy and a drama. What did I see?
I want one comedy and one drama?
If it's not funny, it becomes a drama. So does that mean I have to go see another comedy or a drama? I'm confused.
And here's Celine on conserving her voice.
On my days off, I don't talk.
Smart.
But I knock. I know it sounds weird, but I rest my voice. So it's like if you break an ankle, for example, the best medicine.
Yeah, this is necessary.
To walk, okay, on it. So it's to rest it. So the best medicine for the voice is to not talk.
Me? I put a shoe in my butt.
That helps you.
Helps my voice.
Feels good when you take it out.
Judy Garland's daughter, Lorna Luft, has written a book, Howard. It's called Me and My Shadows.
Isn't that the one we know?
Memoir.
Oh, we don't know her.
How do we know?
We know the other one.
What other one?
Oh. Liza.
Liza, we know? I don't remember meeting her. Anyway, in this cut, Lorna explains why she wrote the book.
This is a book about a mother?
It's about the whole family, Me and My Shadow.
She was the best mother she knew how to be.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Wait.
Number 8.
Yeah, hold on. I don't want to do these out of order. They're important.
Everything's sort of always concentrated on the person who's addicted. And it's a family disease. It affects the entire family. So I wanted to write a book about how you can go through a lot of this and then you can find a way out and become a happy and healthy human being yourself.
Judy Garland was such a lush and a pill freak.
Well, what kind of mother does a lush and a pill freak make?
Oh, great.
Number 9, please.
Number 9? Hold on, I got a little requeue.
Oh, dear.
Hold on, it'll take a minute. Don't have a thrombo. Here we go.
She was the best mother she knew how to be. You know, she wanted to be a regular mom at times, and she couldn't. She couldn't take us out. You know, we would go to regular outings, not with her. And because when she would want to come and all of that, it turned into sort of a frenzy with fans showing up and autographs and all of that. And so it sort of destroyed the illusion of just being a mom. She then became the legend again. So it was difficult for her.
Would have been nice if she wasn't crocked. You on drugs. And breastfeeding, you get Rheingold.
And what about Judy Garland's relationship with John F. Kennedy?
They were friends. He would call her.
I'm sure he wasn't banging her.
They had a great admiration, respect, and love, for each other. And it was, to a lot of us, it was, oh, my God, it was President Kennedy. To my mother, it was her friend Jack.
Yeah, sure.
What pills are you on today?
I'm on painkillers.
That's pretty weird. This was a guy who pretty much, he got a lot done, but he was busy.
Harry, you get a lot done for being a drunken pig, don't you, Judy? That's right, Jack. Yeah, can you imagine? Oh, yeah, that's just my friend Jack.
Why is he calling Judy Garland?
Because he was bent, too.
I'm out of pot. You got any?
Hey, how do you get that new stuff, pot?
Oh, dear. Anyway,
Has crack been invented yet? I'd like
that Lorna has a problem with her sister, and at least that's what they imply in the tabloids now. They say that since she has tried to get Liza straight and off drugs, that Liza's no longer talking to her.
It's easier to go to Mars.
I hear you.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Michael Moore. The guy who did that documentary on...
He's a good guy.
Chrysler, or the General Motors people.
Yeah. He's fun.
Years ago. He's back with another one. It's called The Big One. This time he's running after Nike.
That's so rude.
And when he was interviewed about this, he was asked what will happen to the profits from his new film.
Oh, so you have to give him... Why does that guy have to give away all his profits?
Half the profits from this film, Miramax is contributing to all the groups.
Like there's going to be profits from this. A documentary on Nike.
People that I support back in Flint, the homeless shelters, the soup kitchens, job training programs. 50% of the profits are going to Flint, Michigan, and the other 50% are going so that I can continue to fly business class.
Yeah, he's entitled.
So there you go. His new movie's called The Big One.
It's about my penis.
That's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. Something very important you should know. Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Margling, his 2 Filthy Joke CDs are still on sale. Sergeant Pecker and the Joke Man. Still only $12 plus $4 U.S. shipping. Also on cassette. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Next Tuesday, April 21st at the Westchester Broadway Theater in Elmsford, New York. It's Jackie. For information and CD samples, visit jokeland.com. William Shatner, his new book is called Star Trek Spectre. AT&T prepaid Star Trek phone cards, also WilliamShatner.com. Jen's Bad Implants on E! Tonight. Also thanks to Dr. Trafater, who gave us information on STD, sexually transmitted disease. Trafater. 1-800-677-4100 is his number.
You're listening to our newest, bestest buddy and big toe, Howard Stern.